about his child, blah, 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 how they wanted to manipulate his child. And, he got to the morgue. Oku, the dead body, don't present the phone as Omowummi, was not his son. Thank God that the man said that the son, his son and that person, they were of the same height. It was the boy's teeth. The one that was shown to him had a smaller set of teeth. And the man, Ofariga, only Omo saying it to be said. Omo like before said. So Nigeria is a state that compromise is like our capital name. Now, how do we guide the process jealously so that this kind of thing will not happen? Why I said everybody has a price. It depends in the north. You mentioned North Mamilo Ranger. Even in the north, some people still collect bribes. It's in the north. Even in the north, some people collect bribes. But now, there are three processes in this DNA. The point of collecting sample, the process of the DNA itself, and delivering results.
Yes, the point of collection might not even be the problem, because sometimes they may not like this when they bring in conclusive autopsy.
God bless you. God bless you. You can actually, in your collation center, declare that so party won in this unit. But when they are when the returning officer is going to announce in the main collection center, only declare Lumi go win him. So these are the things I want us to talk about so that everybody's ear will be open.
So that's why I said he will not want to put his integrity online. He will monitor it. That's what I mean when I say he wants to put it. Am I echoing?
Abe, last one. Mute yourself. Abe, last one. Mute yourself.
Okay, that's fine. Irú ọ́fíìsì Bẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ̀tẹ̀ wọn man yẹn á ní kàn monitor ẹ̀ kò lè wá bẹ̀ 247 náà, but then chances yẹn ipe things might be right ó yìí wà lọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀jọ́ any other place lọ àfi tí VDM bá máa get involved. VDM máa lè lọ́jọ́ kò síbẹ̀.
Mọ̀mídé Sọlá mo láìyí nǹkan tẹ̀sán ẹ̀ bọ̀ mo tún wá sọ nǹkan kan ní ẹ̀ẹ̀kan pé tí wọ́n bá béèrè pé ta ni wọ́n máa fún ní the note that I mentioned. Let's Bẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ̀tẹ̀ get involved and give us one pathology that, because to me I believe if it's done 3 places, it's gonna be hard to manipulate the 3 people. But one thing is, if Bẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ̀tẹ̀ is involved and say, okay, this is the person that have been doing DNA for us for a long time, since that Bẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ̀tẹ̀ television or human rights started. And if that person will not want to disgrace himself or the Bẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ̀tẹ̀ family, I believe that person is going to tell us the truth. And whoever is doing it in Lagos State too, because someone mentioned that they used to do it at German embassy, not American embassy. That there is a place that they do it in German embassy, and those people cannot speak English. And I believe that if they use those people for another one, not that they will just do in one place and bring the result. Then if they look and see another place that they can do the 3rd one, and it will be 3. Before you manipulate these 3 people, it is going to be hard. It's very, very hard to manipulate 3 people.
Mamilo Noinga, are you aware that what what was said to the pub it's not 3 places is not visible. They're going to
It's
conduct
visible.
it.
It's visible. Do you know why? Do you know why? Wọ́n sọ wípé ìdá tí nǹkan sọ nínú court ẹ̀ tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ìṣèlú tó dájú pé Mr. Gressy ó ní kàn ṣe 1 or 2 places. And it's not restricted
in Nigeria.
And it's not restricted to Lagos alone.
No. It's 2 places locally.
Oh, if one is done in Lagos, one is done with Berekete. It's still be hard.
The 2 might not even be in Lagos. Some are contented with Lagos practice.
And when you call the later things or can swipe for Adura. Ojú everybody no máa ti gba àdúrà kọ àdúrà ni. Ọmọ yẹn wọ́n máa gbé jáde ní agbọ́mọ jáde.
Ìyá àkọ́kọ́ ló máa lọ sábùjá now.
Okay, hold on. I just put in this scenario.
Okay.
When dad visited the hospital, they took the sample, they went back, everybody went back. 3 days later, another sample was brought to replace that sample. Is it not in Nigeria? They play my fans.
But there's this thing that I know in maybe where I live. There's DNA kits that they normally sell on Amazon. That you can even do it. If they sell it in CVS and Walgreens, you can take it and you read the instructions and swipe it and get the results you see there. It might say when it's the same thing, it will turn red. If it's different, it will turn. You understand what I mean? Like the way they do pregnancy tests. Yes, the kids is everywhere. That one will work for everybody. Let the baby sit down but because I don't know what they want to use. If it's just the saliva, I believe that will work. But since Mohbad is late and maybe it's Mohbad's teeth they want to use, or maybe there's air somewhere around his body that will make him go to the lab. But everything we have to put it into really monitor this DNA, because since they restricted it to Nigeria alone, I don't know why the magistrate said it should be Nigeria, because they send the toxicology and the autopsy to the United States like they claim, and when the results came, if truly it's sent to United States, as they claim, and the people here did their job, because they will not say they manipulated the results from here. And they say the results came and they send it to somebody to interpret. Maybe the person that was interpreting is the one that didn't interpret correctly. Because to me, I don't understand how you say something because you want...
Come on, ẹni tó interpret ni ó ti sọ pé ó inconclusive àti dúró lórí yẹn.
Ṣebí lẹ́yìn inconclusive mà. Ṣebí ẹ̀yìn ìgbà ẹni máa yẹn wá béèrè àwọn pé báwo lèèyàn ṣe máa kú tẹnọ́gun lọ́bẹ tẹ ló jà tí kinní wá dé inconclusive. That's where tí wọ́n fi lè sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ ní the last inquest náà nígbà tí pathologist yẹn wá tó wá sọ pé I don't know.
No. Hello, ma. I was at the court that day. The Sansitu asked the pathologist that, if we carry this other organs to another lab, are we get the same results you get? He said no. Because only like after ìgbà tí òun ṣe result yẹn jáde pé ó ṣe yẹ kó òun ṣe extra like 4 any other result, but they asked him to stop. Do you understand now?
Ṣé sọ ẹni tó ní kóhùn ṣé pathologist yẹn sọ ẹni tó ní kóhùn stop?
Kò sọ. Reason ni pé Sansitu sọ pé is a yes or no question. Ṣé tá bá gbé order this sample of Mohbad to another hospital, are we going to derive at this inconclusive? He said no. It is his own that is inconclusive. And that is why Sansitu said, you still have many other questions
to ask him.
Hello? Well,
Guresh.
But Abe last one.
Ma.
But what I would like to ask you is that if all of us as we are here now, we are 294. If pathologists take samples for autopsy and toxicology, and they came into the court to read the answer to whatever test they have gone to do, and the pathologist was telling us, or the police say, Mohbad bled profusely, and that because the stab or the something caught Mohbad. The question that the man asked was, if we all say this man bled and there was fight, how will the results come inconclusive? So that's what I'm asking.
Now listen carefully, ma. What happened that day was according to the pathologist, he said he's only pathologist, not a toxicology. She understand now. He said he is a pathologist.
Excuse me, he is only autopsy, not toxicology.
So that I get.
Mo try láti béèrè question lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ní pathologist yẹn.
Pathologist sọ farabalẹ̀ mọ́mì ẹni sọ pathologist ìgbà tí ṣáṣí tún béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ pé kóhun tó lè béèrè question kankan lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. For how long have you been in this your doctorate in pathologist? He said since 2010, which is 14 years ago. Ṣé ń gbọ́ ma? Hello ma. Okay, ó ní pé òun wà láti 2010 lòun ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ pathologist bọ̀. So now the question is, wọ́n ní kókó lọ sí first page of the scene pé kó lọ ka nǹkan tó kọ result tó kà jáde ó kà jáde fún rẹ̀. So the son now asking that this thing you read out now, you said the cause of death cannot be ascertained. So now, is it means if we carry this Mohbad sample to another hospital, are we going to arrive at this inconclusive? He said no. Now, Baba yẹn wá béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ wípé kí ló fà tó fi sọ pé inconclusive? Definitely, your work is still under working, so you have not even wọ́n wá béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ó sọ fún wọn yìí pé ó yìí kú bí 3 tests tó yẹ kóun ṣe. Now the son now asking that, why do you now bring it to the court that the cause of death can never be ascertained? He now said, let me explain myself. Son now asking that this is a yes or no question. Definitely you did not finish your work. So ìgbà tá wá lọ fún break tamade padà ó ní wọ́n pe George pé kó cancel corona inquest.
Okay, èmi ti fetí sí gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ sọ. But nǹkan tẹ́mi fẹ́ sọ tí mo ń sọ, wọ́n mi dé tọ́lá lè understand mi náà. Mo ní result tán fún wa yìí. Torí nígbà tá a ka ìwọ̀n tó wà lórí social media, a mọ̀ pé wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n ní kán lọ ṣe further test lórí kíní yẹn kán lè mọ nǹkan tó pa bọ̀ tí wọ́n ṣe. But my question is, Mr. Guresi náà wà bí ni pé ibi tó ṣe dé tí tó fi di conclusive yìí. So yìí pé tá bá mú sample yẹn tá bá ṣe débi tó dé yẹn ní get inconclusive tó ń get.
Kò sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Ó ní tán bá gbé tán bá sì lè mú other sample ara ẹ̀ lọ síbòmíì. Wọ́n sì lè gbọ́ nǹkan tó ṣe. Hello. Guresh kalẹ̀.
Mo ti ẹ̀fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ Mr. Guresi ẹni sùúrù mo fẹ́ sáré sọ̀rọ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan lè sọ́pọ̀. But ìgbà tí àwọn èèyàn lọ ẹni sùúrù sà, ìgbà táwọn èèyàn lọ bẹ̀ the other time ni wọ́n sọ yìí pé ara Mohbad ti bàjẹ́ káwọn tó yọ sample.
Wọ́n ló ti dìkẹ́.
Ẹni sùúrù ẹ bá mi fi kún ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn Mr. Guresi kalẹ̀ kí gbogbo ẹ lè yerú èmi. Ẹ ṣe.
Ẹ ṣe mọ̀ now ṣe rí pathologist yẹn kò wà coherent kò wà cohesive lórí answer àti explanation tó bí lórí nǹkan tí ẹ̀ ń sọ lọ. Wọ́n béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ wípé nǹkan tó ṣe yìí, as you can see, inconclusive. Ó ní conclusive, ó ti sọ tẹ́lẹ̀, ó ní the cause of death might be unknown.
only but is very rare. Only is 1%, as in one
Yes.
out of 100.
100.
Really ṣẹlẹ̀. It's not always like that. Really ṣẹlẹ̀. This might be 1 out of the 100. Tó lè ṣẹlẹ̀ they don't always get. There must be a cause of death, but in this case of Mohbad, they couldn't. So they can't get it. But when wọ́n read the results, yẹn tí wọ́n go through results, they had to let him understand. But look, he was given injection. Ṣé injection yẹn ṣé kò lè pa ó ní rárá? But tí injection yẹn bá react lára ẹ̀ ńkọ́, it could lead to death. Ó ní yes.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Wọ́n tún bèrè nǹkan míì pé àwọn system organ nínú ara ó lè gba injection àbí kí nǹkan kan ṣẹlẹ̀ kó malfunction pé ó lè cause death. Ó ní yes, ó lè cause death. Ó ní wọ́n wá bèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ pé why is this one like this? Ibẹ̀ ni wọ́n ti wá bèrè pé look, if we take samples of Mohbad, tá a bá ṣe same test tẹ́ ṣe, are you telling us we are getting the same result? Ó ní yes, we will likely get the same results. Pé àwọn ṣe ibẹ̀ ni wọ́n wá tún bèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ pé nínú tó bá wá get the same result, sample tẹ́ mú yìí, how did you get the sample over to the lab? Ó nígbà táwọn yọ àwọn fún IPO.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Nígbà tí wọ́n yọ wọ́n fún IPO. Pé àwọn yọ pé wọ́n ti conceal sínú ìgò kan, wọ́n á tún fi sínú zip bag. Pé so wọ́n hand over ilé IPO lọ́wọ́. IPO ó hand over ilé state lab lọ́wọ́. Ó dà pé state lab ló ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá send it, which means ó ti ń di ọlọ́wọ́ kẹta àbí kẹrin from the pathologist narrative. Wọ́n wá ní in the process pé can you tell us pé same sample yẹn ni pé what you send ṣé kò wà of the opinion pé ó ti lè wà interjected lọ́nà. Ó ní wọ́n lòun ò lè sọ. Ó ní nítorí àwọn kọ́ làwọn the pathologist pé àwọn kọ́ làwọn send ẹ̀ lọ pé so ibẹ̀ ni later wọ́n ti lọ́ọ̀yà state fẹ́ dìde ló ní báwo lè ṣe ń pààkẹ́ wọ́n ṣàṣọ bọ́ ṣe ń pààkẹ́ pé ṣé tó bá jà ṣọ́ọ̀ nímọ̀ ó ní ó dáwọn èèyàn máa mọ̀ pé wọ́n jà so ìyẹn prove yẹn now ibi tí wọ́n tún ti pé wá nínú recommendation eléyìí rí bó lè link to death wọ́n recommend pé you should do for that test ṣe abẹ́ ṣe ó ní no wọ́n ṣe.
Ó láwọn ò ṣe yes.
Ó ní why wọ́n ní why ó ní toxicologist ló lè explain ẹ̀ so any. Sorry sir.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí kọ sàn kan. Ṣé mo lè ṣe tán gúrẹ́ sábẹ́ kí n kò sáré sọ̀rọ̀?
So any question tó bá ti rí pé ó ti ń di nǹkan tó jẹ́ pé dandan ni kó dáhùn tí ò dẹ̀ ní answer fún ani
toxicology ló máa dáhùn.
Ani toxicologist yẹn ló lè dáhùn pé ibo toxicologist wà toxicologist tó ṣe òsì Nàìjíríà abroad ló wà so it was an inconclusive upon inconclusive.
It was messed up.
Momidetola, I'm done on that.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí n kọ sàn kan.
Hello.
Thank you, Grexy. Thank you, last one.
Hello, Daddy.
As far as I'm concerned, ọgbọ́n ọmọdé tèmi, ṣé ń gbọ́ mi? Èmi ò believe pé bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn ṣe shit. Èmi ò believe kò ṣe nada. Now, àmọ̀ pé system does not work in Nigeria.
Yes.
Nígbà tí mo ṣe DNA nílùú òyìnbó, mi ò gan ní àfíjì rìsọ́ọ̀tì. Àwọn tó béèrè ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ mi láti lab náà ti send it directly to the embassy. Anything that is from àtọwọ́dọ́wọ́ is zero. There's no way it will work. Because one way or the other, it will be contaminated.
Sure.
So when you do tests like that, láti ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn tó require fún ó yẹ kí result yẹn lọ. Kò yẹ kó ṣe kàn fi rán lágbájá kàn fi rán tàmẹ̀dò. This thing is not something that you hold in your hand and be taking all over the place. That's number one. Number two, ní ìlú òyìnbó, tó bá lọ gba any kind of result, even ní lab, wọ́n máa sílẹ̀, wọ́n bí ẹ̀dá kó já, ó gbọ́dọ̀ já, tó máa fi mọ́lé doctor ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́. It's going to be sealed in an envelope, and you tó bá ti já envelope yẹn kó tó débi tó lọ, doctor tó mú lọ báyìí ò ní gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. It's as simple as that. But everything is messed up. Any little thing báyìí mago ní Nigeria yìí. And he calls himself a professional. Ẹ wo bó ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ tó bí ẹn tẹ́yìn ẹ̀ka tó lo denture.
Mommy Detola, let me now shock you.
Professional.
Let me shock you, Mommy Detola.
Ma.
Ní ọjọ́ yẹn sẹ́, he was sweating like a Christmas goat.
Because he lied, he didn't do anything.
And the funniest part of the story is, wọ́n béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ pé ìgbà tí wọ́n hand over ilé police, do you check on them maybe? Only so far tóun ti hand over ẹ̀ lọ́lọ́pàá lọ́wọ́, so òun ò béèrè anything mọ́. So they all put up the line.
Bó ṣe wà yẹn tó bá bá pò, he's supposed in a sane country, license ẹ̀ ló fi ṣeré.
Yes, now.
In a sane country, license ẹ̀ ló fi ṣeré yẹn, because that's a nonchalant attitude. License ẹ̀ yẹn kò ní ṣiṣẹ́ mọ́ ló jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ma.
Hello, ma. Yes, ma. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, mo fẹ́ sáré chip in kankan. Am I audible? Hello.
Go ahead.
Just like what Dadeyok said earlier, that
Mute yourself,
he
please.
wants us to discuss about how the DNA will not be manipulated. That he wants us to talk about how the DNA will not be manipulated. Okay, so far so good. Mr. Gracie, you are a bit closer to Baba and Baba's lawyer. Best to my own knowledge, I feel Baba and Baba's lawyer, they need to get a forensic pathologist that they trust on ground. And those should get the sample from Mo's body already. So because, we're not talking about, because àwọn kan sọ wípé kids and all that. Eléyìí ò kì í ṣe ń pé èèyàn tó bá wà alive, ẹ lè lo kids fún and all that. And àwọn tó tún suggest pé wọ́n lè lo sample àdúrà. Ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ti kọjá gbogbo à ń lo. Even sample bàbá ò lè ṣiṣẹ́ ká tó bọ̀rọ̀ títí tàdúrà. So a forensic pathologist tí àwọn bàbá tí nǹkan trust has to work on Mo's body down and get the result. And again, tó bá jẹ́ pé àwọn ìjọba tó ń fẹ́ ṣe kínní tó bá fẹ́ ṣe dáadáa, táwọn náà bá máa get a forensic pathologist tí wọn. Tó bá ti ọ̀rá kọ́kọ́ mú result ti Mohbad, tó ní wọ́n kọ́ gbé specimen Mohbad, àwọn nǹkan tó máa yọ lára Mohbad, I say specimen, sorry, maybe bones or tooth or whatever, or hair or whatever they want to use. They have to go and work on it in the lab. They will bring the results out, and they will still call some specialists to test if this result they brought from Mohbad is actually gotten from Mohbad's body. Before they will now take that result to a lab where Wunmi will now bring her child, they will now merge it together. Because it's not going to be a short day process. It's a very long day process. So what I'm trying to say right now is that a forensic pathologist, àwọn bàbá trust, káwọn ti kọ́kọ́ máa ṣiṣẹ́ lọ now, káwọn ti ní sample yẹn lọ́wọ́, kó dẹ̀ jẹ́ ẹni tán trust, tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé ẹni tá a tún lè la tún trust yẹn náà káà tó gbẹ́ lòmíì dìde wípé kẹ́ bá check result ọ̀mú jáde yìí sára èèyàn wa gangan náà ti yọ. Sáàrin yẹn ti ń because this particular DNA is not ordinary DNA. Téèyàn kan máa dúró báyìí, téèyàn kan máa dúró, ìyẹn simple. But we are talking about the dead and the living. Ṣé ti understand? Tí wọ́n máa join, tí wọ́n máa check DNA. So it has a long process to do. Wọ́n máa kọ́kọ́ lọ yọ ti móònà, nǹkan tó máa yọ lára rẹ̀, wọ́n á kọ́kọ́ lọ ṣiṣẹ́ lórí ìyẹn nu result yẹn máa jáde. Wọ́n á tún gbá àwọn míì tó bá kí country tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ni o. Wọ́n á tún gbá àwọn èèyàn míì dìde wípé káàtìwù lẹ̀ wá sure pé result ọ̀mú jáde yìí sí ara èèyàn tó kú yìí náà ti yọ. ṣe understand táwọn yẹn bá satisfy pẹ̀lú ìyẹn ni wọ́n ṣe tí wọ́n gbé lọ sí láàbù míì tán ṣe máa lọ mú ọmọ wá láti wá test kìíní yẹn. So it's a long process.
Mira,
but
that's the logical thing to do. But you and I, let's keep it real here. Is this something that will happen in Nigeria? Is it doable? That's the logical thing to do. Is it doable with what we have seen? Is it doable in Nigeria?
Hello. Well, the way I see it, I don't know. But I'm a realist and somebody who is very considerate and consider environment and situation. I don't just speak, so I don't say something that will suit the ears, but I'll say something that I see that is very realistic. Taking sample first to go to take to the lab to go and confirm if the whatever. The sample taking, which sample are you going to match it with to know that it's robot whatever? Once a sample is taken, what we need to do is let us encourage those who are involved to have a close monitoring. Follow it bumper to bumper. Ensure that what is taken is being monitored to the last point. It's being monitored to the last point. And there was this thing, though it looked very tedious, but for you to know that, for you to understand the extent at which we must be proactive on this thing. There was something Karimo said 2 days ago. He said, they have done their DNA and they are planning to twist this one. That taking it here, there, well, it could be possible. They can do it. But let them do one, specifically in Lagos, where Baba will be there and people will be there. So if Toba Bakeke Sube fún ọjọ́ mẹ́ta ọjọ́ mẹ́rin, and make sure pé one be lab tó ti ṣe, there won't be any interference or anybody coming to buy time or buy the process. All we need to do is to be vigilant and be very careful. Very, very careful. And we must consider one thing. There will be state monitoring team or state monitoring personnel. You cannot tell them you want to take sample and you want to go and do one test run before you now come back. Once a sample is taken, then whatever key is going to be used on the innocent boy. Hello, please mute now. So whatever, immediately the sample is taken, the sample that they will take, we shouldn't be guessing or be saying, it has to be this. Those who want to do it, they know specifically the one they can take, that they will be able to get the accurate result they want to get. So they know what to take, either the teeth or whatever. I know they will take sample. We don't need to... Please, sir. Ejema Binu. Is it the same sample that government is taking and Baba na fellow? No, government is not doing DNA. It is not. What the court is doing is that these are two conflicting parties. There must be someone like an umpire. Okay. So the umpire will be there to see through the process that it is not that one is trying to flex muscles or one is trying to cheat or trying to overpower the other. That the order and regulation given by the court is executed and monitored. That's just
again, why are we talking about doing it in two or three different places then?
We can, in order for us, if we do it in one place, you don't know who is who. with
ẹ̀yin
many
sọ̀rọ̀
people
lórí
are-
one place báyìí èmi dẹ̀ suggestion tèmi bring jáde ó ní the idea tèmi gbọ́ pé we should do it in two or three different places.
Yes, that is exactly. I thought you said, why are we doing it in two? No, we have to do it.
No,
because-
I'm talking about being to be on a safe side because okay now even Lagos State and so even the man that came
No,
out
hello,
recently
nobody is
like
doing
a
it
week
in one
or
place.
two
No,
ṣe
nobody
gbọ́
is
ṣe pé
saying
lásù ibìkan táwọn ń lò during the endsars wọ́n ti sún wọ́n sún bẹ̀yẹn wípé reason táwọn ṣe gbé lọ síbi kan something like that nìyẹn. So let us be considering all these things that they put
No.
together.
That one is toxicology test.
Okay.
DNA is there are a lot of places, there are a lot of labs that can do DNA. DNA is done by microbiologists.
By the position and then the people that can bring out the main DNA whatever from Mohbad. I don't want to go any sorrow.
No, the
Position between Mohbad
samples will be taken by pathologists. But
Yes.
those that will do the DNA are microbiologists.
I know.
Yeah. So these sample will be taken, and whatever discretion being advised by the lawyer, whatever advice given by the lawyer.
Okay.
if the
Okay.
lawyer
So,
says,
reason
"Let us
tí
do
reason tí mo ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn má bínú sir. Reason tí mo ṣe come up láti sọ̀rọ̀ yìí ni wípé in the aspect of bóyá the real father of the child ṣe understand kọ́ máa lọ gbé gbẹ̀yìn wa. That's what I'm saying pé ká ti ní sample èèyàn tiwa tó sùn níbi tó sùn sí ká ti ní lọ́wọ́. That's why I came up to talk.
We can't get any sample at hand. They take sample in the presence of everybody, and you monitor it to where it's going.
Okay.
Nobody.
Bí náà ni Daddy York ṣe sọ wípé ṣé wọn lè manipulate ẹ̀ kán gbé títí tó dọ́wà dànù kán gbé ti rí padà jáde.
That is what. Look, Sherry, if you are too careful, you fall in the wrong hand.
Okay.
Your own is stay focused, be steadfast, and Sherry, if you don't have 100% assurance or 100% conviction in your efforts, you might fall in the wrong hand. Whatever you want to do, first of all, believe in your effort and don't slack. Don't give a loophole. Don't give a space whereby a needle. Look at a needle. A needle can puncture a whole tube. A needle as tiny as it is. So we shouldn't give room for any needle to penetrate into the process. That is why what is taken, we monitor it. And nobody can take samples without the presence of the monitoring officials.
Okay.
So there are laws, there are regulations. It is for us to not let anybody compromise the process. That is what we need to do. And that is
But
what,
Guresh, can I quickly chip in there?
yes.
Is it possible, as I'm just asking, that if it is possible, if the this doctor that will do the DNA is around, why can't they give Baba doctor the sample again? Make the sample be two, so that they go and do it in two different places.
Don't let us say all these things. They know even if they can decide to do it 5, 6, 7 places. It is not specifically the lawyers will advise. They are not doing it in one place. Nobody is saying they will do it in one place. Even if the state is not going to accept the result, I am of the opinion that one should be done abroad. I know it might not be admissible in the court, but for us to have a guarantee that the result we are getting here is real and accurate, there must be one done abroad just to cross-check and to double-check.
But the application that was granted by the court stipulated that it should be done locally. So if you're going that route, that means the Baba's team has to submit another application requesting that it should be done abroad.
But Gracie said even though it will not be admissible, it will not be admissible. We don't need to send anything anywhere. Yes,
Take it and take it out.
What's the essence of wasting money when it will not be admissible?
Assurance.
So assurance is there. If you have the cost and it's different from the one you have at hand, then there's a problem in that place. But if it's the same thing, you're sure that okay, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. Then you won't have any argument.
Me, Mr. Guresi, I really don't know why they have to say they won't allow DNA from outside Nigeria. They are the best person that take autopsy and toxicology out of Nigeria. Why this one? Why did they have to say this one must not go out? Why?
Can I say something to that?
Say something to it.
I am not a friend of government, but we need to show some understanding. Now, they did autopsy, as in physical autopsy. Physical autopsy was done in Nigeria, and they had the result of physical autopsy. That is the first autopsy.
Mr. Gressy, if they do physical autopsy here in Nigeria, where did they read the result of that physical autopsy? Where is the result of that physical autopsy?
Hello, ma. Let me finish. They had the physical autopsy in Nigeria. And further, to complete the autopsy, they need to do the toxicology test. And the facilities to do toxicology test is not available in Nigeria. So they needed a reliable facility, which is not available in Lagos and nowhere in Nigeria, probably as we speak. So they had to take an option, because we don't have it, to go and do it abroad. Assuming toxicology facilities are available, and that is why they said the only facilities that could run that toxicology test was burnt during the EndSARS. If that facility or that lab was available as at when mobile toxicology test was to be done, they could have done it here in Nigeria. But in the case of DNA, you see, there is something they call sovereignty. There is something they call, there is something that there are regulations to things. It's like when we want to have a pathologist to run a test on mobile body. If you invite a pathologist from abroad, as long as the pathologist does not have Nigerian Medical Association certified registration, that person, by the law of the land, will not be allowed, and whatever test that person do may not be acceptable by the court. So if there are facilities, the DNA facilities are available in so many, more than 100 labs in Nigeria. Government will not want to join anybody. The court will not want to join anybody that there could be a compromise. Why they gave them the permission to do it is because they are going to admit it. If it's like American Embassy, if you want to run a test, if you go and run it in Ghana, or you run a medical test from America and bring it to Nigeria Embassy, to American Embassy here in Nigeria, they won't accept it. Do it in Nigeria, which is certified by Nigerian government.
Can I ask you one question, Mr. Gressy? Because I'm listening. Okay, you said they do physical autopsy in Nigeria for Mohbad.
Yes, ma'am.
Have they read the results?
The result was together with the compiled toxicology. That is what they brought, that they didn't find any physical any bruise or any mark that could lead to the death of Mohbad on his body. That was the first result that Iyabo Ojo was rumoring around that the autopsy result is out. The autopsy result is out. It was out like 3 or 4 weeks after exhumation. The result of physical autopsy before samples were taken. It was the samples that were taken for the toxicology to be done abroad. And they must do the physical autopsy before tampering with the body. So it's just to turn the body, check the body, could there be anything, any mark or any stab or whatever on the body? And they claim none. So that's the situation. What is admissible, what they will admit, it's like when you have a case and you say you don't trust Nigerian lawyer, you now go abroad to go and bring a lawyer. Because one lawyer is good and you can trust that lawyer.
Mr. Guresi, someone said it is available in NDLA and LUT, the toxicology lab. It's available in NDLA and LUT.
According to
what I know is that toxicology needs higher machines to carry out
the toxicology of exhumed body.
Yeah, of exhumed body needs
not toxicology of let's test drug or let's test poison.
Mr. Guresi, honorable, and as Nigeria as a country, as big as the whole country is, there's no one place to do that type of autopsy, right?
Mommy Loringa, we are not talking about autopsy now. We're talking about article autopsy. What is she here now? You are on DNA, and on DNA, and every
forensic lab, but not in
only in fact, think by the people or not, he Jenny. Now, don't back by toilet no more. DNA talking. Every lab does DNA. Almost every lab does DNA. The DNA kit is available. It's not something that you have to.
African TV in Kokiribi, Babalajo to Pamek baby, and it only coolly.
Charity doesn't get it, you know. The DNA kit is available, and you know.
But York Daddy. Since Mohbad is late and it's almost, it's more than a year now. I know there won't be anything like spit to use. I don't know what part of Mohbad's body they want to use. But if it's Mohbad hair, for example, I think if they take that hair, are they not going to add chemical to it before they can mix it with the whatever come out of Dada.
Mommy Loringa.
Yes.
Is your profession? Are you a DNA professionalist?
I'm just asking question.
Mommy, don't be worried. Keep your fingers crossed.
I'm not worried.
At the due time when the sample is collected, the DNA will be done. The court will present the result.
And dusted. And no manipulation.
No manipulation.
And the baby will go to the real father. And Mohbad will be free from Wunmi.
Inshallah. Inshallah.
Lasha, you there here?
Well, what I'm saying is the fact that we should look at ways that this can be manipulated, and like what Mr. Guresi said, whether it's going to be manipulated or not, Baba Mohbad and his team at this point Only láti rí DNA, the process can guide it jealously. But it doesn't work more for the past 30 years. So they needed to guide it jealously, so that at the end of the day, they will ensure that the process is genuine and is real. That is for me as regards the DNA, because a whole lot. The man they can look because they can sample or man sample only swap sample or no. Then if the doctor finishes the report from the lab, they are sending it to who? Are they sending it to the court directly?
Young daddy, that no woman for the past 30 years.
Tell me, most of bye.
Jealously, bí ẹni tó ti ń wá ọmọ. Wọ́n guide jealously bí ẹni tó ti ń wá ọmọ for the past 30 years.
I'm away, and don't do one for the past 30 years. Tó bá jẹ́ boyfriend ló lóyún fún, kò ní lè ṣe o. Oh my God, jealousy ni eléyìí tó ń ti wá láti jọjọ́ ẹ̀. Kó má tẹ̀ jẹ́ pọ́kọ́ ẹ̀ ló fún lóyún gan, oh my God, jealousy ni tó mo ṣe ní kó ṣe gbà. Mo ṣe ní kó ṣe guide ẹ̀ nìyẹn mi máa ń tó wọ́n mú kan sọ ni o. Bí spirit ṣe lead mi, mo ṣe sọ o. So that is it. At least Baba and Baba's team should monitor that aspect of the DNA, so that at least if the inquest has been shifted logically till next year, because the way we are seeing it, next year, the inquest ma around the year go to be around March, go to be next year. Any that could see, So, but the DNA is on. The DNA can touch light very, very hidden things before that next year. So Baba should do everything possible to see that they guide it jealously, and they should use an international standard lab that will not compromise. In the case of this DNA, we have a series of labs that can never compromise their standard. They can compromise for not for this Rumi lady. No, I don't see it happening. So they should look for an international standard lab or hospital that will conduct it. Give them their reports, envelope it, send it to magistrate. Okay, magistrate shall not see loud. Magistrate, but shall not see loud, then we are good. That's all I have to say. Is there any other contribution, please? Any other contribution, please? Any other contribution? Okay, since there's no other contribution.
None from me, or your daddy.
You already know it's your boy Just Leans, and I'm chilling with DJ Harry. Since 1947, the man don't never settle. You be what I be get. As I believe till you are one. Better record, better survive. So what I think they go come. As I shut it down. Tuesday, Wednesday,
And I hope we have some of those guys will be here today. Now, the last time when we discussed this case about VDM wearing the police uniform, we had a lot of basketballs on our platform that day. It was filled up. We even rocked it till 8 a.m. in the morning, 8:45 in the morning, the following day. So, but now, VDM, he has apologized, saying wear these clothes because they invite him. But waiting with the talk that day, be say he did wrong, waiting he do. But a lot of VDM fans, they say no, say the clothes, be like police uniform. Say na fire brigade uniform, now he wear stuff like that. Shall now understand? Now, VDM don't take him out, don't talk now. Saying they're sorry. He can't talk, say he no know, now he don't know better. So I hope we will get some of the fans here, so we'll educate ourselves. So I want to play the audio because he not released video on top of that one. Where's it again? Okay, I'll draw it back a bit. Please, let's listen, please.
They brought me in based on the post that I made, where I said I was the CSP of the online division. So a lot of discussion happened, interrogation, and I found out some things. We learn every day. Now, first of all, I made my video and I said CSP, my own interpretation. What I meant was Chief Social Media Person. However, the Nigerian police have a rank of CSP, which means Chief Superintendent of Police. And also, they said the uniform I was wearing is similar to the Nigerian police. That if at all you want to use a uniform that's similar to that of the Nigerian police, you have to seek permission, which I didn't know all these. You understand? So it's looked as if I was caricaturing the Nigerian police, which was never my intention. So I want to make a formal apology to the Nigerian police. Of course, I cannot caricature you. Without you, who is going to protect us?
We need to see one.
Now, I've played the audio where we say take apologize now. Say the day where we say we discuss this matter, some of us were saying it, and some of the baristas on this line that day, they were also saying it. They said what VDM did is very, very wrong. But a lot of his die-hard fans, they talk, say VDM knows what they do. Say, be like they won't put Nigerian police leg. Now, don't hear that now. He say he don't know. Say now he don't know better. So all of the way that they talk, say VDM know. Say VDM know if he make mistake. Say na perfect person. Now don't hear that now. So now when they talk that they say, when the one go happen, una no go there. As you say, the Nigerian police won't press this matter further now, which I don't know why they don't press and further. VDM forget Wahala because he admitted it. That is at fault. So not be everything when VDM when he talk, now he did right. But some of you now go talk say no, he's the best. When they talk, now be the best. Now be the best. Now I make I play the video when he take apologize.
All right, so I'm back from the police station. So it was back and forth. They brought me in based on the post that I made, where I said I was the CSP of the online division. So a lot of discussion happened, interrogation, and I found out some things. We learn every day. Now, first of all, I made my video and I said CSP, my own interpretation. What I meant was Chief Social Media Person. However, the Nigerian police have a rank of CSP, which means Chief Superintendent of Police. And also, they said the uniform I was wearing is similar to the Nigerian police. That if at all you want to use the uniform like similar to that of the Nigerian police, you have to seek permissions, which I didn't know all these. You understand? So it's looked as if I was caricaturing the Nigerian police, which was never my intention. So I want to make a formal apology to the Nigerian police. Of course, I cannot caricature you without you, who is going to protect us.
Me and you, we need to see one-on-one for one room.
Similarly, waiting to happen now. So, yeah, similar thing when it happen now. If it happen for final case, so if it happen for publicity case, so anyway, more discuss this matter sharp. I beg, Brian, I beg, you don't hear her now. We don't apologize on top of the matter we say where so, but we get a lot of people that day on the platform where they talk say. Media knows what they do. Media cannot make mistake. Your lawyer knows about it and stuff like that. Bros, man, when you see to this voice note, when be saying drop now, the video when he drop now, we talk saying they apologize. Which kind of eye the fan? Which kind of eye the fan go they take the eye they look at now because they fight heaven and earth that day. Go ahead, sir.
You know, one thing there is, irrespective of how you like someone, provided you are not part of his decision making, you have to be conscious of the statement that is coming out from one. Has to be conscious of the statement coming out from one's mouth. Well, that's the fan's opinion, but the truth matter of the fact there is that, in honesty, to a certain extent, the guy is doing his own work in his own way, and we should not expect him to do it in the way we are thinking, because that is what brings a different uniqueness in everybody. If you remember that day when I was giving my own submission, I was making reference to a radio station in Abuja, and I was making a reference to a radio station in Ibadan. That everybody have the way they tackle or they address issue. My own advice to anybody that want to start dealing with a kind of a social virus or a social things or a public issue is that such persons should set up a team, which I don't think in his own case he is able to do that. When you set up a team, they say 2 heads is better than 1. Whatever you want to do, this is just a picture. He did not shoot any video. Even him, he can deny that it's a Photoshop. That is not him. That maybe they Photoshop it or something. But to nail it, he did a video, a HD video that truly shows his image. So he has realized his mistake, and I believe that even the case of the guy that the honorable slapped the boat guy, he was able to, to give some level of, PR, even to the police when he was talking about the IG at that discussion. So, as he normally says, that people will learn in hard way. Of course, he too will continue, he will be learning in hard way to be doing most of what he's doing in the right way. I still see what he's doing to be okay, because we cannot judge people. I always tell people, before you judge or before you accuse anybody, look at your finger first. In as much as all your fingers are not equal, then you should not expect everybody to think in the same line of thought or the same line of action. I will rest my case there, give others to talk, then along the line I will still pop in. Thank you.
Yeah, the point is, we're not saying that VDM is not doing the right thing, yeah, but I just want us to know that VDM is not a God. I mean, VDM is not God, so he will make mistakes sometimes, but his die-hard fans, they don't want to see, they don't want to see the mistakes of VDM. They just want to stay there and said, is the best, because I remember when we brought the topic up, a lot of his fans were saying VDM can never make mistake, that he has consulted his lawyer, he knows what he was doing, and blah 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 blah. Now he has apologized, now say in the sorry, now he don't know better,
listen to when I started this conversation, I said some of them they take some of those decisions at their own expense because they were not part of his decision making. They were not there. They are just speculating. But for the guy to have come out now to denounce his action and apologize, at least some of them will now realize that it's not all his action they will always be defending in the public forum, because the person that did that action has realized that he shouldn't have done that. And I went further to say that if he wants to be going into a kind of a public, if as he's dealing with public function like this, he need to set up a team whereby they will analyze things he needs to do, things they want to do before going to public, because 2 heads is better than one. If he's able to form a team, I'm very sure you will have a team so that you work together, whereby you come up to, okay, what should we discuss on the program today? What's the trending issue? Or you have some people that will send you an information that, Nigerian crimes, this is what is happening, and you look at it and see what are the implications of you bringing such matter to the public forum. But if you have somebody that feels that, okay, he's Alpha and Omega, he can do anything, he can talk anyhow, there are some statements that person will make that will backfire. And when it backfire, it's only himself that will bear the consequence, not with his fans. So the fans too should always be careful and be circumspect in whatever they are saying about who they are fansing for. Because by the time when that person is in jail, they will not follow him to jail. Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot. Auntie Sexy Queen, are you there, man? Auntie Sexy Queen? Okay, maybe she's busy.
I'm here. I don't even know what to say to this, but it's a very dark man. I wasn't here the day the topic was treated, though. But with the video, with the voice note which I heard you play. Domino, I don't say to you. Mommy. Yeah. Well. Oh, still now. I don't see cool. Yeah.
I was trying to publish the new Very Dark Man banner. Go ahead.
Well, there's nobody above mistake, and since he has apologized, I know that, like I said, since he has apologized, yeah, and then too they should overlook it. Yeah, at least then too Nigeria too have offended him in the one way or the other, so they should not reason it. So they should accept his apology and let him be. Yeah, but me, I want to believe that I don't want to believe that he doesn't know what he did. Yeah, if I may say, I think he did it intentionally. Yeah, I think to pull their legs to see what they're going to say. Yeah, me as a person, my opinion, I don't believe that he didn't know what he did. That is very wrong. But no, however, he has apologized. So that's the main thing. He has apologized. So they should let him be and accept his apology. That's all I have to say.
All right, thanks a lot, Auntie Sexy Queen. Primary 6 graduates, sir.
The topic is about the apology of for using the police uniform. Yeah,
yes, sir.
You know, so on my side, I think the apology is accepted, and there's something I found out about all these social media bloggers or something in Nigeria. The way they are doing the things nowadays, they get us to be. maybe sometimes because they see Nigeria as a lawless country or something, I don't know. But I just feel that for him coming out and for accepting, so they should please forgive him. And he should remain focused because sometimes I feel that the guy is a little bit deviated or diverted from his calling on or what he used to do. The aspect I'm going at is the aspect of the NGO. So, because the reason I'm saying this is this. I've heard a couple of cases in some states in Nigeria about some people, maybe their street now has problem. Maybe two rich men in the street will say, okay, let us just tie the street or maybe we just tie the street or do something. But forgetting that there are some authorities, there are some people, they need to first of all contact before tying your street. Maybe say no good. And we say we want to make Nigeria better. And once those people say no, bring the money, we will tie it for you. Then the matter will just work. So like the NGO now, what about if you said, okay, tomorrow now is going to a village or let me say community, want to give them borehole or maybe renovate the school? Definitely, I think that there will be some elderly men, an elderly men, what they call them now, that will say, no, you cannot renovate the school without saying us. And the same people now that he want to help you, you can see some community people, the same community people, they will stand up to say, before you do this so thing, you must see so people first. So I'm just looking that I hope that such a thing will not discourage him. You see all this small battle now. Even when somebody give a voicemail, he played it. Later they say now AI, from AI we hear say them talk. But upon now, we still hear the case go court. So the guy, I think he should please just stay on one lane. The one lane I meant is the way I knew him before. He used to I think he was about like protecting all these fake things, protecting products, campaigning against a fake product on social media, something, all this fake product, and maybe I think there was some he did then. I don't remember, I can't really remember. So I think it should just stay one lane instead of going from here to police uniform, from police uniform, Fala case after Fala case. You see, so he should stay on one side. It's better than jumping from here to before he go put himself for problem. Understand? So I just hope that the way they said that maybe they have pardoned him, I don't know, but he's the one apologizing now. I don't know if they have already pardoned him, but on his behalf, I think they should just give him a point of doubt, forgive him and pardon him because of the uniform, but although it's not fully Nigeria uniform. So I think they should just forgive him. But on its own side, they should please stay one lane. May stop to the jump from this case to this case, this case to this case. If you are just fighting for so thing, stay that lane and continue.
But I don't go class, daddy, and I'm sorry. So he had this very different lifestyle. Yes, nobody was able to break Africa. So, and if Africa stand on the podium, I think I learned a lot of my activism from Africa. I learned from him because he was resolute, unbreakable. He would never look for money or African African can enter a canteen and say, well, I want to eat. But
only Vice Chancellor, do said so.
We roped Omole in. Professor Wale Omole.
Yeah.
Now the thing is this. Ife was anti-cultist.
a state, a university directly or more, there was, they had a zero tolerance for cultism. And we fought it with, as in we fought it tooth and nail. Now, Africa was a front fighter, as in a leader that never cared. He was young in age, he was he was small in stature, but he was a mobilizer, a strong, as in a leader by standard, not by age, a leader by standard. So he was like, he was fighting the cultists on everything. And as a union, part 3 lo ti jẹ secretary general student union, 300 level,
yes,
law student. So he was seen to be the next president in 400 level. And we were looking at, by the time he gets to 500 level, he will be announced president. There and then, Nigeria will be liberated through his clear conscience and through activism. But the normal cultists, the normal shishi level and the normal, walk around the campus and then report to the school authority. So we were like, Professor Wale Omole, the vice chancellor, we suspected he wasn't happy with that because he graduated too from Ife, and he was traced to be a cultist. So, as in what the student union as at then were doing for the cultists,
Awo Lokwasi.
Awo Lokwasi, room 2, block 5. Block 5, Lokwasi, okay. So, Awo Lokwasi àbí Faj ní union kìíní, Faj ní àwọn ọlọ́pàá. No, Awo Lokwasi.
Faj ní bí àwọn tí lọ announce.
Awo Lokwasi.
Ẹni tí àwọn onígbòhùn ti gbọ́
Tani
information láti 5 minutes. Instead tó ẹ kó pariwo láwọ̀.
Tani ṣe Africa.
No, PRO vice chancellor. Yẹn ní gbòhùn ti gbọ́ information yẹn ní 5 minutes. Káwọn people tó attack. Ìfẹ́ dẹ̀ ní nǹkan kan kò sí bá a ṣe pọ̀ tó we know our students. Yes.
But such operation couldn't have been successful. Tí ó bá ṣe pé event wà ní school yọ yẹn. Awo mi bọ̀bọ̀ yìí ó fi expo room ẹ̀ lẹ́ wá ń sùn sí hall ìyàrá bòmí. Ìyàrá PRO union. Ó fẹ́ wà láwù. Ìyàrá Farouk ló ń sùn. Legacy was the president.
Yes.
Larry was the president. So, nígbà tí kíní yẹn wá ṣẹlẹ̀ tó di pé wọ́n ń ṣe kíní yẹn, and kíní yẹn a lè sọ pé ọmọ lè ni a tún lè sọ pé ọmọ lè kọ́, but at least kíní yẹn jẹ́ a kind of humiliation to national cult group. But the operation was not done by a particular cult group. It was a collaboration and joint force. Joint force to strong beginning.
Yes.
Yes, before and after. Force well orchestrated, well planned, and well executed. Now, we were on campus at Shebobokini, Africa, Motitele, was we love it, Motitele, at the party program, at the solo, at the chair, at the party program. The president was in campus in Bayan, who travel, who have Wadeko, Larry Legacy.
No. Like people on campus.
Larry was in campus.
Because interview to ṣe ó ní bóyá láwọn nǹkan lọ́kọ́ wa.
Àlẹ́ mi sọ pé Larry was in campus.
Bóyá Larry wa parọ́ nù.
Larry was in campus.
Hold on, we I care for you.
Okay.
System. And that is one thing that the Obafemi Awolowo University Students Union had always resisted as at that time.
Larry Legacy.
As at that time, a lot of our students, as part of the activities of that then Vice Chancellor, Professor Wale Omole, a lot of students were victimized. A lot were suspended, expelled. It was all to clamp down on the union. And when I became president of the Student Union, George Yemi Wilade, my Secretary General at that time, we continued the struggle. We wanted reinstatement of the expelled union. We fought against commercialization of education within the governing council. Protest. It would harm them to the teeth. It would harm them with March. And school was shut down for 3 months. Investigation, which was reviewed at the judicial panel. So you don't have even an opportunity to reopen the case. Some students were in their rooms brutalized. Some needed blood. Did was to call a congress as early as 5:36 a.m. in the morning. And we had several committees. We had a search and rescue committee that was going all around to see people that were injured, that all the weapons didn't serve anybody within the student union. They didn't inform anybody within the union to serve as witnesses. And by one Justice Ogunle, right. So you don't have even an opportunity to reopen the case. What I did was to call a congress as early as 5:30. We had a security committee now that was to man thorough search.
Who is Efosa? Who is Emeka?
Efosa and Emeka were students of Ife. Those were the students that we could recognize and pick as court members. They needed blood supplies. To go back to school 3 months later. Fastest criminal case that would involve those.
Was the only one. Jerry, that is why I have personally been having issue with government manipulations for a very long time. That Foster was arrested by the students, handed over to the government as one of those perpetrators. It was caught on road on this Fajri road in Watimu. I think it was caught with weapon and handed over to the police, and we ensured that he should be prosecuted. The matter was transferred and lingered in Osun State High Court. When the era of legacy left, my own era came. Era of, as in the tenure, another tenure, which I was the welfare officer of the student union. So came. Ngbati yẹn dé àwọn eléyìí ti lọ. Matter Efosa ó sì wà ní court. I was the only one witnessing that case. I would sit down in court. Efosa would be standing in the dock and looking at me. On the Walati prison. But Foster was looking fresh. Looking very fresh to Mama Renri, to Mama She. As in, when a criminal is caught in the act, and government were just trying to push and push. First era left, second era left, third era left. It was after my own era that they discharged the man unacquitted.
Since we are very party to the one in listen, you see that is there.
And members. So we were trying to appraise what had gone on, what we did within all the rallies we've had, and what have you. And the Kegates were having their gyration at their work half too.
What direction?
The Kegates wanted to initiate Africa as one of their members. Well, if they would do that to my Secretary General, I was already a member of the Kegite generation right from my part 2. Kegite club right from my part 2. So if they would do that to my Secretary General, it would be a honor for the union. So I told them that, okay, when you are going for that program, they said it should be around 3:34. When you are going for that, wake me up so that I can join you and be there. Africa himself was tired. We were all tired. So he said he too will go and catch some sleep so that when he wakes up, he can be a little bit refreshing. Then he will now go for that initiation with them. Now, he went to his room to go and sleep. His room is just 2 rooms away from mine. I slept on my bed, in fact, I slept on the rug in my room. The bed was free. Now, all other members that were in my room, normally my room, you see a lot of union members moving with me. We could be like 10, we could be like 8 sleeping inside that room. So all other persons went immediately downstairs to go and join the Kegite generation program. So I was alone in the room. Around 3:34, someone came to our cafe, a lady wanted to see me and came down to my room. When she came down to my room, she woke me up from the bed, seeing that I slept on the rug while the bed was vacant. So she asked me to come and sleep on the bed and have a nice sleep. Just a girl.
A lady. Nice.
While she was in the room trying to ask me to come to the bed, someone knocked and was calling legacy. She got another and said, look, this guy is tired. Let him have some rest. Make this, whatever complaint you have, it's the normal process. It's a 24-hour activity when you are a union leader. So she told the guy that was knocking at the door that, why don't come tomorrow? This guy is tired, needs some sleep. So the guy left. Immediately too, she left the room and was going back to her own hall. As she claimed, she was climbing the stairs of the Morimi Hall when she had the first gunshot in her hole. So at that time, I was deeply asleep again. So I managed, when I had the first gunshots, the cultists came in group. A group was right there on my floor. The light was switched off. They were waiting to attack, but they knew the presence of our guys at the Kegite generation and several other union members at the Kegite generation could be a stumbling block for them. So another group had to face those at the Kegite generation so that they can drive them off. They were the first groups that shot into the air and wanted to just scare those people off while the other group would come and execute. So with the first gunshot downstairs, I woke up. But unfortunately, if you know Ife very well as at that time, the tradition, you don't expect any gunshots from any cultist. So you won't even get scared when you hear gunshots. You think it's mobile police or what have you. And the normal tradition of Professor Wale Omowummi was already bringing mobile policemen to come and attack students right there in the halls of residence. So as the president of the student union, what I did was I came out from my room. And when I came out from my room, I was right there at the back of the 3 cultists that were coming to execute, that were coming to attack us. But there was a boy sleeping by the corridor. I think it was that guy that made them turn their back. They had passed by him. But unfortunately for them, maybe they thought about it that, look, the guy could block them while they are going because it's a close. So they turned to kill that guy that was sleeping on by the corridor. So when he came out, I was right there at the back. But because it was dark, I was just waking up from sleep.
Wow. Wow.
This is not a cultist university.
Yeah, legacy.
Someone that was looking at him from the back. I saw them masked. I saw the guns with them. I saw them walk towards that guy at the corridor. I saw them shot at him. It was the light from the gun that woke me up to my senses that these were cultists, how to kill. At that point, I had to run into the room back and manage to escape through the back door. Through a rail, it was the second floor, through a rail. When I got to that back door, the guy that was in between myself and Africa's room, a medical doctor, had woken up at that time too. He was at the back too. He was calling my name, Legacy, what's happening. So I had to assist him too, because as at that time, I couldn't leave him behind. If he speaks, he could be the one that would point to the narrow path through which I escaped. So I had to carry him along onto the rail. It was a very dicey situation because the rail was not even up to about 3 inches or 4 inches. So we could fall from that story building down to story building. So we managed to escape, and we were going to Africa's own kitchenette. But I guess what happened when they left my room, because they entered into my room, and you see the blood stain that was on their hands after killing Yemi Ajiteru by the corridor on my door. When they left my room, they searched my room and couldn't see me. They didn't enter into the next room, which was that of the medical students. They went straight into Africa's room. And that tells you that they were all out for the union leaders only. Now, when they broke Africa's room, I guess what happened was that they met him still sleeping. Like I told you, we were tired. They met him still sleeping, and from the gunshot we saw, they fired at him while he was sleeping. They woke him up with that gunshot, and they fired into his face. So you see pellets on his face and all that. He slept in the room with the PRO of the Students' Union. But the PRO of the Students' Union and the FinSec of the Students' Union were working directly now for Professor Wale Omowummi. The PRO claimed that 5 minutes to that event, that somebody came to inform him that cultists were already on campus to come and attack. And he left his room without waking Africa up. Without coming to the president's room to wake me up.
Idris Farouk
claimed he went to Faj. Awolowo Hall is the most militant hall on campus. It's the base of the Students' Union. You didn't pick up the mic to announce, to inform students at our hall. You didn't get to the Kega generation where a lot of Students' Union leaders were, as at that time, to inform them. You went to Fajri Hall. And that was how he claimed to have escaped the attack. He was informed 5 minutes before that attack. And these were guys that were working directly. They had started writing things, a lot of things they did on behalf of Professor Wale Omowummi, justifying what Omowummi was doing, because he was giving them money. Now, when I managed to get to Africa's kitchenette and that I went to the last room. And that last room is all that we have on that floor. I entered through the back of that room. I was with some other 3 students, 2 of them pharmacy, 1 medical student. We were all there. As they were firing into the air, they were calling my name through that floor, moving front and back, saying, Legacy, if you are bold, come out. If you are bold, come out. I remember at a point in time, I had held on to the door to go and meet them. Because I knew, as at that time, my thinking was that they had entered into my room. They had entered into the medical students between myself and Africa's room. They had entered into Africa's room. Then the last room is where they are coming. And rather than for them to just come there and meet me, it's better we'll go all out and go and give them a fight. But the other students inside that room won't allow me. They held me down. So they were calling for my name. If you are both come out, I was back going out. They held me down. And just as they were going again down the floor, I couldn't hold it. I got out of the room. When I entered into Africa's room, he was dead already. But there was another student again inside that room with Africa, the PRO. There were 3 of them inside that room. So when the PRO left the room, we had 2 of them. And that was Tunde Oke. It was a part 1 student that was so much in love with activism. So he was always with Africa. And he was in Africa's room. Tunde Oke woke up during that attack. He was shot by the side. As because at the time I got into that room, the wounds were still fresh. And
you know you can one yàrá yẹn.
Wow.
Tí mi bá ti sún yàrá mi because of activism, I will be with Africa.
Wow.
Once you are into activism on campus, you can sleep in any of these schools room. Rural relief. Mole sún yàrá president yẹn gbà yẹn, as in we were like, okay, I'm a rub minds. I'm a just sọ̀rọ̀, I'm a just share. Then at least we'll get information, we'll strategize. So we need and then we serve as security to one another, especially the ESCO members. So we got the land race so the land race. Ó lọ sùn sọ́dọ̀ ọ̀gá kan táwọn ọjọ́ yẹn ní kò sí. Because we were like, ìwọ ló jump látòkè wá sálẹ̀, ó dẹ̀ kan lápá ò kan lẹ́sẹ̀. But kílẹ̀ ó mọ ó ti dé campus kò sí school. It was a night of direction. Kò mọ̀ ń pa ẹ̀. Kò sẹ́ torí kò sí student tó mọ̀ ń pa ẹ̀. Fàárò tó ń sọ yẹn, bí àrùn tó ń sọ yẹn, ìjẹ́ pé Fàárò mọ̀ ń pa ẹ̀. If tílẹ̀ bá mọ́ tó bá rán mi létí, I can put a call through to Faro and you speak to him. Here is one side of story.
Okay.
There is Faro was a pace setter. Landry was a DSMite. Look, that's why I keep telling people I am the only Ife union leader as a then still belongs to any political group.
Wow.
If any to produce me to contest, I contested on the platform of goodwill and student popular demand. Was anybody, me in the organization, me in the structure, it was a popular demand. Everybody just wanted. So they do produce. Now, PRO came from Peseta. There are two conflicting groups. So, nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn, ó ṣẹlẹ̀ because wọ́n fẹ́ clamp down on unionism ìfẹ́ so that cultism will have their way out. We will have a ground in Ife because àti ṣe kìíní yẹn fún wọn jù, àti ṣe kìíní yẹn dáadáa gan.
Ó ṣe kìíní yẹn fún wọn gan.
Àṣekìíní yẹn bí kan mú wọn and then ibi tó tiẹ̀ wá ṣekìíní dé tó wọn ìgbà tá a ké tá a ṣì wà ń bẹ̀ yẹn we don't ìsìn ni mo yẹn try ó tẹ̀ pẹ̀lú nǹkan tó yẹ pé I don't jump into concluding things. Because tí ẹnìkan bá wá later láti ṣe mọ̀ because one of us ó jẹ́ ká ṣe ká nà bọ̀bọ̀ kan ká dẹ̀ if you hold anybody if we hold any cultist then kò sí bó ṣe tó a máa strip ẹ naked wọ́n máa da ẹ̀fù white lẹ̀ lórí wọ́n máa fi ẹ̀sà níbẹ̀ igi wọ́n máa mú ẹ káàkiri ní school naked. After that wọ́n wá mú ẹ lọ awo caf awo common room awo common room yẹn ibẹ̀ ló ti máa ń ṣe ṣíṣí yẹn nínà ni wọ́n lè ní ẹ̀fún ní 64.5 ẹ̀fún ní 32.3. So ibẹ̀ ni àwọn tá a dẹ̀ nígbà yẹn ibẹ̀ iṣẹ́ tí kìíní máa ń ṣe nìyẹn Faro àbí kìíní.
Africa.
No bọ̀bọ̀ tán ló pa Bọ́lá Ìgè Frayo so àwọn Frayo yẹn tá a bá ti fẹ́ nàyàn because Frayo wọn ní kìíní dáadáa ó yá. So tó máa ti ṣe kìíní yẹn tán wọ́n á dẹ̀ make sure pé school rusticate wọn aláwọn sí school náà. So tèmi àti ẹ bá wà ní school bóyá ń bá mi do girlfriend tí n bá sáré lọ sí SUB tí mo sọ pé yes I have a roommate or I know one guy inú ìgbó olùtí máa ń yọ lóró òní is a cultist. Without anybody, without thorough investigation or without confirmation. Nítorí pé wọ́n ti wá report pé nìkan cultist yẹn. Ìwọ́ kẹ̀dẹ̀rẹ́ bóyá nítorí wọ́n press ẹ lórí ọmọ àbí nǹkan ni they gonna deal with the person. So níyẹn wọ́n ti ṣe lọ àti tó jẹ́ cultist àtàwọn intending àtàwọn and then Ifẹ̀ dẹ̀ ń gbà àwọn ọmọ Ẹ̀sà Òkè gbọ̀ngbà yẹn.
Àwọn ọdẹ kèrè ń láti
wọ́n bá ti ṣe wọ́n ìpìlẹ̀ Ẹ̀sà Òkè wọ́n máa cross wá sífẹ̀ wọ́n máa mú wọn sí 200 level direct entry ọ̀ káwọn kan wọlé pẹ̀lú jam àwọn yẹn kẹ̀dẹ̀rẹ̀ wọ́n ti máa initiate wọn láti Ẹ̀sà Òkè bí gali ìmí ti di ọ̀gá ńlá so tó bá dé fẹ̀ Ifẹ̀ wọ́n á mú wọn mọ́lẹ̀ so kí ni wọ́n ti lọ gan it was a planned operation from national body cult groups. Why? Because if any Wole Soyinka ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ cultism, why is it that you are eradicating cultism from Ife? Ibi tó yẹ kó jẹ́ headquarters ẹ tiẹ̀ wá bẹ́ẹ̀. So kíní yẹn ó wá jẹ́ kí gbogbo wọn wá l'operation yẹn fi ṣẹlẹ̀ lálẹ́ yẹn. Rayo Faro lè gbọ́ ó lè gbọ́ 5 minutes lóòótọ́ káwọn kan wá yín tẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n ó lè lọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ láàrin àwọn èèyàn tó fẹ́ múṣẹ́ yẹn lẹ̀.
Tí wọ́n sáyé jà
ó possible gan kí Lanre ti gbọ́. Because Lanre ò sí gbogbo narrative tó ṣe yẹn permutation ni.
Permutation.
Ó jùlọ lẹ̀ ní igbó ló ń jùlẹ̀.
Mr. Grace.
Yeah.
The Professor Wale Omowummi, Omowummi relationship with Lawrence Omowummi of Ilesha.
Ilesha ni now.
Ilesha ni.
That means we relate more Lawrence Omowummi.
We relate more. Professor Wale Omowummi ọ̀rẹ́ Ọbásanjọ́ ni. Ọ̀rẹ́ Ọbásanjọ́ ni. Ṣé wọ́n lọ Ọbásanjọ́ wá kí nífẹ̀ẹ́ nígbà tí wọ́n release ẹ̀? Ife campus was the first place, was the place Obasanjo ti declare kó fẹ́ lọ fún president in 1998. Nígbà tó Abacha kú tó fẹ́ go ṣe democracy tó release ẹ̀. Tí ń rí báyìí ni bàbá yẹn. Having the meeting.
That was his father, right?
Sir?
Chief Lawrence Omowummi of Ilesha is the father.
Yeah. I think Lawrence Omowummi could be his father.
Yeah, because Lawrence Omowummi was old money.
Yeah.
Went to Nigeria. Old money, rich guy.
Bàbá ẹ̀ rich but onípàtà náà ni Wálé Omowummi o. Òun làwọn kọrin fún ẹni tó gbé VC. Wheelbarrow ló fi gbé VC nígbà tó ṣe activism now. He was a former union activist, union leader nígbà tó wà student ìfẹ́. Nítorí pé chicken, but táwọn wà in school, they were giving them full chicken. That was in the 70s, in the 80s. 70s, 80s, full chicken around for them. But due to economic discomfort or population, one said, hey, they got full chicken more. We'll be giving students half chicken. Odindi chicken, half.
Professor, he came from the 70s.
Yeah, Professor Wale as a student, which lead the protest in here. Ogbe VC then, Ogbe VC no wheelbarrow ló fi gbé tó ń tì lọ pé sẹ́ ẹ̀yin lẹ fún wa ní half chicken. So kìíní yẹn náà ó contribute sí level of increase agitation when we were students and Omowummi became the vice chancellor.
Omowummi PhD in the US, Ke? PhD in US, so to get the PhD.
Okay, US.
That was family member Pratt. The same time, I think that with the same time, he finished in the University of Lagos.
Yeah. Because there is another professor. There is another professor, Tani Omowummi, international relations.
Yeah, they were all in the same.
Tani Omowummi.
That particular time, the easiest place to do their PhDs in the US, because most of them were Kinisheni, Ibadan Atife. So all of them want the masters, not they go do the PhD. And some of them want to masters right from their first degree.
On travel about PhD. On scholarship, on scholarship,
Exactly.
They were scholarship, and they had all their degrees on scholarship. And
Mr. Gracie.
Yeah.
That's 74. I wanted the first set of National Youth Service Corps.
Yeah.
Wait. No. I think it was 71 or 72. 71 or 72. I think it was. Yeah. I want.
Yeah. And when they first, what about when they first said NYSC, man? Because
any American saying the youth corps, youth corps, see, Nigerian universities at the colleges as lecturer.
Vice Chancellor Bayen. One logo, Ogun ni Wale logo. Wale ọmọdé logo. Wale ọmọdé logo. Ológun fún wa gan. Ológun bàbá.
But how can go professor be involved in
owó aṣọ mi rí láyé ẹ̀ white ni. Owó aṣọ mi rí.
Ṣé wọ́n really conduct a thorough background investigation on it?
We had inquest. We had corona inquest.
I'm talking about before they appointed him as a professor. A vice chancellor.
He merited it. He was a senior lecturer. Apart from that, dean faculty of Greek now.
What I'm saying is, if I make any vice chancellor, she background investigation about his lifestyle.
No, normal. A brilliant man. Everybody as a student of OAU, Obodo, as in Obodo sharp. Even when after him we had one vice chancellor, we have cast by. So he was the best. No, he was the nicest among all vice chancellor. We just Makonjola Oyinbo. Èmi gan fúnra mi gan mo personally jí pẹ̀lú yẹn. Well, after a while, very gbogbo yẹn náà ti di story. Àìmọye party tí mo ti lọ tí mo ti bá Wálé ọmọ lè pàdé. Because.
So you started your stuff from school, eh?
From school ni o, tipẹ́tipẹ́, like single-handedly. Èmi nìkan ní Peter Odili. Ló ṣe torí ẹ̀dá Port Harcourt tó fìbọn lé gbogbo Nigerian students jáde ní Port Harcourt ní Uniport lọ́dún yẹn lọ́hùn.
Wow.
Èmi nìkan nítorí èmi nìkan wọ́n fẹ́ pa mí wọ́n fẹ́ pa èmi mo dẹ̀ ní mi ò ní gbà. Àwọn all Nigerian students on me gbogbo strong as in àwọn tó gbébọn tó gbé gbogbo ẹ̀ hàn mí ní Uniport èmi nìkan ni. Bọ́ọ̀bí tí mo sá sí àwọn èèyàn wá protest pé wọ́n ti pa mí wọ̀n rí ni. Mi lè jáde lóru, mi lè jáde láàárọ̀.
You earned your ranks from the grassroots activism.
Uncompromised one.
So I wish all these people that are debating you, they know that you.
Jerry,
that you are a veteran.
Jerry, before ni àwọn kìíní yẹn lọ máa ń wò. But nísìnyí, when you are talking of struggle or political struggle or fight for emancipation, as long as you can come out and say you are this, you are that, well, it has no importance where you are coming from or which party you are for.
Our young people inside, do they know?
Chessman, why are you asking me which year? Go and ask the vice chancellor. Go and ask Richard. Anybody in the school. Out of Brexit is a brand name in OAU. Brand name in OAU. I was Emi Fra yóò kọ́kọ́ sáré wá bá pé òwúrorúkọ òun Punch. Èmi àtàwọn mẹ́ta kan la ní kó disguise kó lọ bá Fra yóò Lantoni àbí kó lọ bá Kiamo Lantoni, and that was Kiamo breakthrough. Fra yóò yẹ wà Ìbàdàn báyìí ní Ìbàdàn ló wà. If not pé ilẹ̀ ti ṣú, I will put that one also.
So, Mr. Guresi, I'm talking about all the young people on the other platforms. Someone debating. Are they hearing this for the first time, or they have a knowledge of your activism?
Well, if they care to know, they should. They should.
Mr. Loko, our other people and our other platform, most of them are opportunists.
They are very young guys.
Most of them.
I was welfare officer when Burkina was the president. So we silenced Burkina because Ogba appointment Law Obasanjo as a student. So my PRO, Maxwell, is in America now. I was a welfare officer who was the most active union leader during that time. That was when this guy, Daniel Onje, was begging and running. Yinka Shotade, yes. So ask me from Yinka Shotade, he will tell you. Ask me from Yinka Shotade, he will tell you about me.
I believe you because I see the way you navigate all the platforms and you debate them and put them to silence, and you head on to another platform. You always keep taking this guy must have some.
Omowummi was VC in OAU, not UI.
VC in OAU.
No UI.
OAU. Suspended.
No, ó parí ẹ̀ gallantly tó fún ní federal government appointment.
So what is he doing now? Kí ló ń ṣe Mr. Guresi?
Àgbàlagbà wọ́n lè ti dàgbà, wọ́n lè wò. He will be a consultant to federal government. He's fucking rich. He's a very rich man.
75.
And very.
That fees in it's okay.
Very, very handsome. Very, very handsome. Oh, fresh by me. And we know if you all gang up to beat Omowummi or to disgrace Omowummi, if Omowummi to buy,
he came from money. He came from old money.
Old money.
Yeah, old Western Nigeria money. The same thing, Babe, Lawrence Somali, Babe àtàwọn Àjànàkú of Ilesha, àwọn ní big time cocoa farmers in the 40s and 50s.
The family was a rich family, Omowummi. His father was rich, so he was able to train them to any length and to have, as in they were highly educated.
Old money. They are very serious old money. Very, very old money. But our local population.
I think John take after Abẹ́nìkan làwọn láàrin one day Abímbọ́lá the vice chancellor. Abẹ́nìkan láàrin Kọ́mọlé torí wọ́n lè spent complete 8 years. Ó lo full 10 second term ẹ̀ ó pé gégé. After that operation,
I know the family.
After the operation, Olumide Fusika to the son nation. Olumide Fusika and Olumide Fusika Olu represent Kini Latodo. He was working with Gani then. Olumide Fusika and one barrister no yet to Kuba barrister Olumide. Barrister Olumide. ìyẹn ti kú báyìí. So it's been God all through. It's been God all through. So that is why if you mention my name before we students, wọ́n máa sọ pé babaláwo ni wọ́n ní òkúpọ̀ wọ́n dẹ̀ mọ́ pé orí ọ̀fẹ́ Ọlọ́run àti májẹ̀mú Ọlọ́run ni because I have been to the thin and thick of unionism in Nigeria. Mo mọ̀ gbàdúrà ìbọn lé mi ní Kano ní UK. Kano àìmọye.
Gorexi. Sorry, 1 second. Look at 1 second. Gorexi, I don't know if you be fair boy. Okay, wait. Great Ife, Africa's most beautiful campus, conscious, vigilant, progressive, a luther against all oppressors, forward ever, backward never, learning our culture, sports and struggle. Great Ife, great. I love you. There is only one great Ife in the universe. Another great Ife is a counterfeit. Great. I don't know if it's a boy.
Against oppression.
Of course. I don't know if you a boy, Brexit. All those Maxwell, the Nobese way they mentioned, we they roll together now. Maxwell, greatest Gbagba, ever conscious Gbogbo.
Ìgbà táwọn dúró sórí podium àwọn kids ló ń pariwo lórí TikTok wọ́n sì ṣe jam.
Leave that one. Great FPL.
So we're not.
But Burkina won't impeach at last now.
Burkina was impeached.
I was there. Now. I did there now.
I was the one representing the students. I was the one representing Ife because Maxwell, àwọn court wa Maxwell kò lè lọ student struggle. Cornerstone ti jẹ́ sẹ́jẹ̀ inú ẹnìyẹn máa ṣe. Burkina wọ́n ń wá Burkina nítorí bó ti ó gba contract ó gba appointment lọ́wọ́ Ọbásanjọ́.
Ó dà nǹkan ló gbowó lọ́wọ́ BC náà.
Ó gbowó lọ́wọ́ Coca-Cola ló kó bá.
Wow.
Ó gbowó lọ́wọ́ Coca-Cola. So wọ́n impeach ẹ̀ ló kú bí 2 weeks kì í tẹ̀lé ọwọ́ parí. He was impeached. So gbogbo ìgbà yẹn náà kò ń dúró school. Kò dúró school.
Mo yá ọ̀rẹ́ mi kan ní owó ní 2020.
Mo sọ fún niece mi tí mo sọ fún ẹ yẹn.
Yeah.
You told me that story.
So Yinka fuck up.
Yeah, after Yinka was AAA, but medical student, but
no, after Legacy AAA, after AAA.
No, Legacy was before. Legacy was before.
Legacy was before 3 years. 3 years. I didn't come.
Yeah, medical student. Yeah,
after
you know that guy. Iwilade, Africa was my senior. We went to secondary school. Fego Lajolo, Yemi Wilade, George. No, Ogomosho.
Omowummi now.
Omowummi. So after the fair again, but he union by he start saying there. He quite do me go, but waiting I feed you now.
I know him very, very well. That faculty was like a tale of different characters. Africa Machagidibo Malo lecture said, so lecturer and they used to, Dapo on campus, Dapo.
Don't she be obìnrin.
Don't she be obìnrin. Tí o parí yẹ.
Àṣàbí Dapo.
Olórí burúkú onífẹ́ gé wèrè olóṣì. Agége òṣì. So it was the first one tí màá kọ́kọ́ rí láyé mi. But mo fẹ́ lù pa. Because if student bá wà, I did not want to see him.
Anyway, Grex, I came up tonight to say everything there's Solale, you were spot on. I'll be a boy, 247. So thank you.
Which year did you finish?
I left 2003, Mopari.
I left 2002.
Yeah, 2003 mo parí ní.
2002 pẹ̀lú gbogbo struggle àti gbogbo ẹ̀ tó mú wa dání.
Yeah.
It was Burkina. It was my own tenure Lado State àwọn to the Fash now.
Yeah, Anthony Fash, Obesere as well.
Obesere and co.
You be Febo.
2000. Money up tenure me as in Agwata Joko pẹ̀lú VC rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú Burkina. Kam abẹ̀bẹ̀ restate wọn ni. Ṣàgídí àlọ́ court. Wọ́n ní kó lọ withdraw gbogbo court cases. Rusticate as in expelled 7 years. One day in one year complicated.
Yeah, I was there when Tony Fash came back. He was a medical student, I remember.
Oh, Tony Fash, ó ti wá di ràbọ̀ràbọ̀ ti bá ẹ̀wọ̀n tó yẹ pé God.
Very brilliant guy. Then Obesere got that up.
Ẹni tó bẹ́ ṣe 400 level exam, medical exam, as in medical exam, ó fẹ́ ṣe exam, ó dẹ̀ wà nínú union president, 400 level. 200 level, 500 level, tó fẹ́ fi ṣe MBBS.
I think it was 300 level.
300. Wọ́n dẹ̀ detain ẹ̀, wọ́n dẹ̀ release ẹ̀ ní 5 days to the exam. 5 days to the exam. And Tony Fash had to read for only 5 days. And he became the best student in that exam.
Yeah, very
good in that exam. But nígbà tó ti rusticate ẹ̀ fún 7 years, ẹ̀gbọ́n ti ń jà, ó ti jà wèrè ńgbà yẹn. Ó máa fẹsẹ̀ rìn láti Mọ̀rẹ̀, àbí ó máa fẹsẹ̀ rìn láti Mayfair, á fẹsẹ̀ rìn wọnú school, ó wá ń rìn kiri.
Ìgbà tó rin state wọn, Obesere dàbí ẹ tó di pé 70 years old.
Obesere but later Obesere ti gba appointment pẹ̀lú Ondo state government láti jọ wò. Ó kàn jẹ lọ. But Obesere later, ọmọ káwọn ọmọ Ondo Ìlàjẹ yẹn, wọ́n máa ń ní appointment àbí wọ́n máa ń ní offer. All of them, wọ́n ti ṣe tán, wọ́n ń ṣe law. Obesere
before I drop. For the first time, me I think I agree on one thing. Make I just drop now.
Well, yeah, we can resume hostility so we'll still go back and.
I ain't balo anytime anywhere. I ain't balo.
We don't give up. So the music, ó dùn mí pé ó rí báyìí o, Ọlọ́run, but because èmi fẹ́ fún Aries àti African TV.
Oya na efunje.
Mo fẹ́ kí Evu Messenger wọn tó máa ń bá wọn record.
Oya ìṣẹ́yà fún wọn jẹ fún wọn mu ní ti gbàgbọ́.
Very wicked lady ẹ bá mi wá ṣó wà ń bẹ̀ yẹn kó máa record.
Ṣọmọ tó ń ṣolóṣó ní Libya yẹn.
Òun ló máa ń record olùfẹ́ kó tún bá record kọ́ ránṣẹ́ bóyá tó bá record ilé bóyá salary ẹ̀ lóṣù ìyá increase. Aries ò tí lè sùn ìjọba Amẹ́ríkà ló wà ó lè wà ní pẹ̀lú ID ọ̀tọ̀ ọ̀tí ò bá tó wá ẹjọ́ you can record o because I have a little words for
torí ẹ compose fóònù ẹ ní ẹ fún wọn jẹ náà.
You were pushing.
Talon jẹ́ Aries gan.
No, depressed woman kan ní America ni pé yes tó gbọ́n bá ti àti tó bá ti miss medication ẹ̀.
Aláwọ̀ olórúkọ ni mẹ́ṣà.
Ó ní ìdíwọ̀n ó máa ń gò gàgà at least àwọn tó ń.
Olórúkọ ni.
Victoria ló máa ń pè é kò Aries la mọ̀ sí.
Wẹ́wẹ́ ẹ̀dẹ́ wẹ̀wẹ́ òun wẹ̀wẹ́ lórúkọ ẹ̀.
The doctor not to ẹ̀dẹ́ wẹ̀wẹ́.
Wẹ̀wẹ́ lórúkọ ẹ̀.
Ó dàbí pé kìíní òun ló ń jẹ́ Solomon Francisca tí wọ́n fowó ẹ̀ orúkọ ẹ̀ tó forúkọ ẹ̀ jí owó ní Justice for Mobile orúkọ ẹ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan ní Solomon Francisca. So orúkọ ẹ̀ òun ló ní àkáǹtì tí wọ́n fi gba millions of naira yẹn.
Ní ìbílẹ̀ wípé èèyàn kan lè wà ní Amẹ́ríkà kó máa crazy báyẹn. Yóò fi Amẹ́ríkà.
Jerry, kò síbi tí a depressed person tí o ti lè expect breakthrough. Òkú ọmọ ọlọ́mọ lòun wò gẹ́gẹ́ bí breakthrough. That is
bàbá ṣé o ní spokesperson bàbá Mohbad ta ló pè é.
ó tún ẹ̀sìn pé wọ́n lé kó lọ ó lóun fẹ́ kú síbi òkú ọmọ ọlọ́mọ bóyá tó bá dẹ̀ pa tiẹ̀ bóyá tún ṣe dáadáa but eléyìí ò she has failed.
Fámìlì ọlọ́ba nítorí orúkọ tẹ pé gan ọjọ́ orúkọ mọ́ Yorùbá náà.
Tọ́lùmọ́ Francisca owó lè tó ń fowó orúkọ ẹ̀ gba owó sí ní ọ̀dọ̀ Adá.
Wọ́n ní ṣe fámìlì bàbá Mohbad ni.
Fámìlì kẹ̀ ṣé ìyẹn tán wá lọ́ba ni. Àwọn alọ́ba wọ́n kú kà wọ́n dẹ̀ ní brain.
She's from Edo.
Àwọn alọ́ba ní brain.
Ẹ ó ṣe bá wa ní tiẹ̀ ṣe wá jẹ́ ń gbà yẹn kí ló wá le tó yẹn kí ló ná bàbá Mohbad fìwé pé ni.
Ọ̀rọ̀ tiẹ̀ káwò ká dákẹ́ ni. Well, anyway, Aries, you said a lot of things láàárọ̀ yẹn our own time. And mo wò pé as you deem it fit, you think you can set sórí gbogbo foolish and senseless mind game tó lè lò yẹn. You cannot use it with me. You think you can fight Westwood against me? Or you think, ó ti ṣe kíní kan pẹ̀lú Westwood, ó ṣe kíní kan pẹ̀lú Westwood? Not me o, don't try it with me. You can't try it with me. Westo is my brother. Westo is my friend. Westo is my family relative. So Westo is not somebody that is far from me. If I want to see Westo today, I know how I can see Westo. I know how I can see him. I am telling you. So you cannot tell me. And another person, you don't want to hear fully. Vegetable Island. Let me tell you this. Don't think I am as useless as, I am as undisciplined like you or like anyone you can imagine. Ask your Aries to give you anybody that has inboxed to ask for money. Because you were like, I'm talking of Vegetable Island. I said, yes, if I do this because it's the same as one person, so I have no right to call anybody else. Look, if I have inboxed anybody, even that your Aries, I have not picked up my phone to call me. She has been the one calling me. She has been the one calling me, and I've never picked that call. So she has been the one looking for my attention. And I would never have anything to do with that. Because I gauge her mentality and her mental strength. I saw a lot of deficiency in what she claimed to be her brain. It's quite unfortunate. Aries, I would not want to. I'm happy that I have successfully stopped you from abusing and insulting Baba Mohbad without your half-imbecile Susie. And I noticed that she didn't talk or she didn't say a word all through. Well, I can only scold, but I will not want to be.
Jẹ́ ká fi àwọn pípọ̀ yìí pa, jẹ́ ká fi wọ́n pa dúró ẹni tó pè ní tó sọ pé òun jẹ́ Aries yìí. Ṣé bàbá ti lé ní tí ìmọ̀ lòun ò fẹ́ ni àbí yes or no?
Bàbá ti lé kò lọ. Wọ́n ló ń wá kiri, ṣé òun ló lọ fi ọmọ kan tí bàbá ní PA smart, òun ló ń fún lówó kó máa fún ní information. Kẹ́ ẹ máa rí olórí burúkú yẹn o. Kẹ́ ẹ máa rí wèrè yẹn o.
Ẹni sọ̀rọ̀ ṣe mọ̀ pé
ẹ̀tọ́ ń wò láwùjọ tó wù rẹ̀ láwùjọ. Àwọn tó ń wò láwùjọ tó wù rẹ̀ láwùjọ.
Ó ní ibi tó máa ń fi ẹjọ́ wọn sùn náà, jẹ́ ká fẹjọ́ wọn sùn bẹ́ẹ̀ náà.
Wasting of time ni téèyàn bá ń fẹjọ́ ilé sùn, ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ fún Terry ẹ̀tún àrùn tó wà láàyè ẹ̀. Problem tó wà yẹn bó ṣe máa bá kú nìyẹn. Kò lè rí solution. So tẹ bá tún wá nǹkan kan abẹ́ bẹ̀ lọ́n fún abẹ́ ìjẹ́kìnní kan. Ẹ̀kọ́ kó wá láì fún mi.
Náà kàn ṣe kó tí mo sọ nìyẹn o. Ẹ̀kàn gẹ́ẹ̀tì kan tí mo sọ.
Ìyọ̀lá mi fẹjọ́ òde sùn. ó ti bí tó fẹ́ fẹjọ́ wèrè sùn ẹ fi wèrè lẹ̀ kẹjẹ́ kó máa já kiri ẹjọ́ máa já kiri irú wọn máa ń dùn gbà mí ìjọba fẹ́rẹ́
wèrè dùn wò.
ó dùn wò ṣùgbọ́n kò ṣe nínú ẹbí.
àwọn tí the alobas bá ti sọ pé àwọn òfẹ́ náà ni ayé òfẹ́ wọn nìyẹn kò ju lọ.
wọ́n náà wọ́n ò fẹ́ bí òkú ọmọ àwọn. Then pack your bag and go away from justice for Mohbad. Look, àwọn èèyàn ló ń fi go and seek for justice from them. Bámiṣé nìyẹn, go and fight for Bámiṣé without the family and see how it goes. Tí kò bá ṣe pé wọlé àtòrí burúkú tó bá yín kiri. You want to wade into Bámiṣé case without the consent of the family. Who are you? Why is it that this Mohbad case is what you are not doing? If somebody comes for you to ask you to support him financially, he's not asking you that, oh, okay, take my birthright. It's either you give or you don't give. It is not that, okay, ndori money, ọ̀rẹ́, fún mi lówó kí n fẹ́ ra condom, ìwọ ló wá fẹ́ bá mi lò. Ó lè lò, ó fún mi lówó ẹ̀ máa mo bá mi fagídí gbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Ó ti máa ní ọ̀rẹ́ ó yá ra epo sí mọ́tò fún mi. Tó bá ra epo sí mọ́tò mi, it's at your own free will. It's not for you to now say, okay, I want to use that car because I'm the one that bought fuel inside the car. If Baba had asked for support or financial assistance, and come to think of it, though, most people that are fighting this man, lówó nínú àkáǹtì bàbá yẹn o èyí tó bá ní jù ló máa ní $20 or $30 àwọn tó fi 100 àbí 200 tí wọ́n rí kọ́ọ̀lù ẹ̀ padà wọ́n gba owó wọn padà wọ́n fẹ́ fi wá wàhálà lọ́dún pé àwọn ń jí millions of naira wọ́n ti kọ́ra millions of naira into one.
Correct.
Nílé ayé ẹ̀ tó bá ń sọ ṣe mò ń bọ̀ wá wọ́n ní olórí mi coconut yes coconut lórí mi orí tiẹ̀ orí ẹ̀yìn if you hit your head on my head wàá túká sí wẹ́wẹ́ I'm a coconut head kó o dẹ̀ lè fọ́ with your egg kó o lè fọ́ you were saying all sort of rubbish. Look, if you are referring to the audio I sent to Kudi, I sent to Kudi when I thought Kudi was a human being. At one point when we were talking, I used to respect you because there was a time you had left me for something and I was crying because I thought you were a human being. But you called me here. Whoever tabakokori akoko mole to bá dẹ̀ ti tẹ̀ tán. So when it's time for me to respond to Kudi Wokoluba to make good total the response, I will respond to her and I will definitely do. Avenue at the platform to have respond to Kudi. Òun ni mo fẹ́ kó gádà lọ́nkọ́. Somebody cannot insult and embarrass me in that way. Before everybody in the world. Kò wá ní kìnnìkan gbogbo ló máa sọ fún mi kí n lọ bá kú mi o.
Lo wíìgì o, Halloween wíìgì o.
Ó ní 150K kan wọ́n sẹ̀ǹdì ẹ̀sìn mi kí n fún bàbá àjọ torí Ọlọ́run. Can you give me the slip of that 150 that was given to me to Baba and who sent that money to me to Baba?
Ṣùgbọ́n nípa ẹ̀fẹ́ fún jẹ ni ṣé bó ṣe ń fún yàn jẹ lélẹ̀.
No, èmi kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ clear àwọn nǹkan kan ni.
Ẹ ti clear sórí afẹ́fẹ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ àti gbọ́.
Wọ́n fẹ́ clear ni.
Ẹ jẹ́ ìbéèrè kankan lọ́wọ́ yín náà tó lè gbé yín débẹ̀. Ṣé wọn mọ̀ pé bàbá ti rebrand ni? Yes or no?
Rebrand bàbá náà ló ń fọ́ wọn lórí òun ló ń pa wọn òun ló fẹ́ jẹ́ kí obituary wọn yá.
Okay. Ẹ try kẹ́ sọ fún wọn pé bàbá ti rebrand.
Ẹ ṣe ibi tẹ sún bàbá dé o jẹ́rìí it's always good kéèyàn lẹ́ni tó yé tiẹ̀ nítorí tí ọ̀tá bá wà ọ̀tá máa ń léèyàn síbi ire ni ẹ ti lé bàbá síbi sí àárín àwọn tí ó nífẹ̀ẹ́ sáàárín àwọn tí ó jẹ́ pé yes wọn ò lè jẹ́ kí èrè ara.
Àwọn èèyàn gidi
àwọn èèyàn gidi àwọn èèyàn tó fi ń yan àwọn èèyàn bí èèyàn tí kì í ṣe àwọn èèyàn ṣá.
àwọn alálùbáríkà.
tí kì í ṣe àwọn èèyàn ṣá.
ok Grace ẹni sùúrù ẹ̀jẹ̀ sọ kankan fún yín. With all due respect to the bloggers, please. Ẹ má bínú. I apologize pẹ̀lú nǹkan tó rẹ̀ tọ́ yìí o. Kò ń ṣe gbogbo blogger ni ọ̀dà o. Àwọn míì, most of them wọ́n dà tó jọ ọmọlúwàbí. Okay? Ẹ jẹ́ kán mọ̀ wípé Goret, you are the spokesperson, spoke mouth to the Alobas. Ẹ jẹ́ kán mọ̀ wípé bàbá ti rebrand ó brand ara ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú solid people of intelligence, people of integrity. Okay? Àwọn tó gàgàgàgà nínú ayé jẹ́ kó mọ̀ sọ fún wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ jẹ́ kó mọ̀ pé bàbá ti redirect jẹ́ kó mọ̀ pé bàbá gan ti níyàwó ìyàwó tó gidi tó kẹ̀kẹ́ ṣé wàá pé wọ́n ṣẹlẹ̀ fún ní bride kan lé ní ìbá àyà bẹ́ẹ̀ gbọ́n pẹ́ wọ́n fún bàbá ní bride kan brand new bride kan lé ní so bá àkọ́kọ́ pé ẹ bá wa analyze ẹ̀kan gbọ́n yẹn náà dẹ̀ àtúwá gbé yín sórí another place.
àti wo yọ ọmọ jésè. I'm done looking sexy.
Grace, báwa sọ fún ọ pé bàbá ò níyàwó pé ìyàwó tó gidi, àwọn tó dáa, àwọn ọmọ tó dáa bíi Kàrímọ́. Tẹ bá gbà kọ́ lọ́ọ̀ ó ti fi millions rọ́pò. Ẹ rí bí ọmọbìnrin Kàrímọ́ yẹn bó ṣe dúró ní God sent. Ó dúró pé bàbá rẹ̀ ó máa dúró tí ó máa jà fún ni.
Wọ́n ní bàbá ti níyàwó ìwọ náà dẹ̀ rí o dẹ̀ ń wò ó. Ìyàwó alálùbáríkà
àpọ́nbẹ́pọ̀ rẹ.
Tí kì í ṣe ìyàwó pẹ̀mípẹ̀mí bíi tiẹ̀ tí ò lọ́kọ ní tí ò rẹ̀ ní
àwọn tó kà rẹ̀
tí ò rẹ̀ ní gùn láti lọ tí ò rẹ̀ ní gùn tálàntakùn ti takùn sábẹ́ tí ò rí nǹkan kan jẹ́ pé ọkùnrin tó bá gùn ẹ̀ gan-an amọ̀ wọ́n ń gùn ẹ̀ sórí burúkú ni.
àwọn tó ṣe bùtì àwọn tó ṣe rẹ́mí náà àjẹkù.
Nígbì tí àwọn tó ń gbé gun àbí tó ń gbé àbí
àjẹkù náà.
So you better disappear and go into oblivion kó tiẹ̀ parẹ́ pátápátá because ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ your attitude your action your contribution is not recognized. All this time in this justice than to malign and to insult. What has been your positive effort? What has been your positive contribution? All you know is to condemn, criticize, and bring down. Look, ẹni sùúrù ó tún gàba banquest dúró àbíkíní kan. Let me tell you something.
Wọn ò ní gbọ́. Ṣé wọ́n fẹ́ máa gbọ́ story, wọ́n fẹ́ máa gbọ́ information ni? Ẹ lè gbọ́, ẹ má worry.
Let me tell you something.
Nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́la.
Olórí burúkú yìí o.
Nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́la ẹ lè gbọ́. After tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ tán lè máa gbọ́ ẹ lè gbọ́ anything.
Àwọn olórí burúkú yìí o. Ọmọ bàbá ni wọ́n tún lò fún mọ́ọ̀lù. Àti mo dẹ̀ ti mọ̀ ti pẹ́. Ọmọ bàbá wọ́n lò fún o. Kò dẹ̀ síbi náà máa sá sí èmi. Màá yìnyín pa ìmọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. Kò síbi dẹ́ ẹ̀ sá sí. Màá tú jáde. Ẹ̀tún mú mi jáde.
Wọ́n ní èèyàn kan wọ wíìgì kí ẹjọ́ tó rẹ́ra ẹjọ́ kan bá wa iná láti rẹ̀ nígbà rẹ̀.
Àlóyún ni.
Nobody wants to benefit anything. Ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe bó ṣe yẹ kó ṣe. Tó bá lẹ́ni tó ti yáwó lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ tó sọ pé o fẹ́ gbà nínú yàrá tí Mohbad. Ó bẹ́ẹ̀ kó máa lọ ṣerú o because o lè rí £1 ń bẹ̀. Family ẹ̀ ló ní gbogbo nǹkan tó bá jáde ń bẹ̀ and they know how they want to do it.
Kò rẹ̀ sọ ọmọ yẹn bó Jésù wọn.
No, ọ̀rọ̀ àlàyé ni ná because ẹni sùúrù sọ̀rọ̀ ìbú jẹ́rí tí máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ mi láì kọ́ máa interfere ó máa jẹ́ kí n lose touch. Ọ̀rọ̀ àlàyé náà máa ṣe ni mo fẹ́ ṣe fún kórìí ẹ̀ lè pè wá because I don't speak for for speaking sake. I speak because I want to correct lost senses. Aries yẹn ò ń ṣe èèyàn tó lè associate mọ́. Àwọn tó kàn kó bá ní ojú ti kó bá Smith and Bank kọ́lé báyìí. Ó yẹ ẹ̀ṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ẹ̀tún ti kó bẹ́ẹ̀ ní ẹlẹ́ni. I pray and I hope kò ní affect license because you are not in a matter, you are petitioning a magistrate. Petition say that at the end of the day, ìwọ ló yẹ petition to submit the record defend call respond sí. Ìwọ ló wá respond sí petition by. So state ló fẹ́ jókòó. Òun gbé state lọ court òun petition state níwájú state.
Ìyẹn ló dùn jù.
Òun petition state níwájú state. So state wá petition níwájú state. So you are just a negative vibe nínú life anybody tó bá súnmọ́ ẹ. Ṣọlá àwọn tó ń gbọ́rọ̀ àwọn tó ń súnmọ́ ẹ bó ṣe máa tì wọ́n nìyẹn. Instead of you to tell them you have lost in every sense of endeavour. Òun fẹ́ nu
Báwo dídùn yìí bá mọ̀ kọ́ tó ń kú kúlẹ̀ fún wọn ní ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀.
Òun fẹ́ nu dè wọ́n. Kí ló dé? Ó dẹ̀ fi àwọn arábí ilẹ̀. Ó dẹ̀ fi wọ́n lẹ̀ fún ẹ̀kọ́ náà láàfíà. Wáyé tó ṣe jẹ́ pé èsì ẹ ó fẹ́ kí èsì wọn ó bá kó kú pẹ̀lú ọtí ni. Why? Ìwọ ti yan part of destruction. Ìwọ dẹ̀ ti mọ̀ pé yes ẹni àánú ni ẹ́. Why are you holding them along? Why not tell them okay we are this. Why? Go and kill. You have kids now. Kill your firstborn and do justice. People fẹ́ gbẹnu sí camera lò. You gbẹnu sí camera even day and night. Wàá tiẹ̀ dá ṣé tí o ní sẹ́ni máa bẹ́ẹ̀ dá sí. So that wàá lè ṣe justice. Ṣé kò sẹ́lómi tó gbọ́ kúkú ni kò lọ ṣe justice mẹ́? Why this Mohbad? Look, if Baba Mohbad tells me that it doesn't, even body language, Baba tó bá jókòó wò fẹ́mi lẹ́sàkání ẹ̀ àbí nínú mátà yìí. I will go off it. Mohbad the kọ́kọ́ ló máa kó kó the kọ́ ní last one tó máa kú. People are dying on daily basis. But because why I'm here is because apart from the mysterious weight ọmọ yẹn fi kú, àánú bàbá yẹn ṣe mí.
Mr. Guresi, mo fẹ́ béèrè question kan lọ́wọ́ yín ẹjọ́ ẹ má bínú. Ẹjọ́.
Ń bọ̀.
Ṣé mo pé ẹ̀yin lẹ wà ní tòsí ẹ̀dẹ̀ wà ní tòsí òfin. Even though if you are not a legal practitioner. Ní Nàìjíríà, tó bá gbẹ́jọ́ lọ sílé ẹjọ́ tí bóyá ó involve àwọn èèyàn méjì nínú àwọn forms tó máa ń fèrè wọ̀nyẹn. Ǹjẹ́ wọn kò kò sí kólọ̀mù níbẹ̀ tó máa ń sọ pé relationship, how are you to the victim? Or how are you to the
what interest? Who are
yes, so irú ẹni tẹ́ sọ kí ló máa fìlì sírú bíbẹ̀ yẹn?
Wọ́n fìlì pé àwọn foundation tó wà ní UK tó fẹ́ nàgà gbogbo tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ bíbá ẹ̀ wọ́n fẹ́ fòkú Mohbad wọ́n fẹ́ fi lọ́ọ̀nchì charity.
Ayé ẹ̀ ti ta pa o.
Wọ́n fẹ́ fi lọ́ọ̀nchì charity. Eris yẹn ò tiẹ̀ lọ́pọlọ. Kò ní ọpọlọ.
Tó bá mọ ọ̀kan tó
irọ́ ló máa pa fáwọn èèyàn. A máa parọ́ jù, a máa fi rọ́bà ìgbàyàn jẹ́, a máa kọ̀ máa wò ńgbà mi máa dẹ̀ máa rẹ́rìn. Máa kọ̀ máa rẹ́rìn. Ìgbà mi máa wò báyìí, máa wò báyìí, ó máa ṣe o. Ayé èèyàn ọlọ́nkàn mọ̀ máa wò jẹ́ káyé ẹnìkan bàjẹ́ ní ilé ìbáyìí. Ayé ẹ̀ ti ta pa òbí gúgúrú. Ayé Eris ti ta pa òbí gúgúrú tí ó mọ̀. Ó ti ta pa òbí. Èmi ni who are you? Herod God tó ní fòtò ní ìkànnà. Look, jẹ́ nǹkan kíkan fún ẹ. Suzy tí mo sọ̀rọ̀ sí. Ask her for ọpọlọgbọ́n nǹkan tó sọ fún mi. Ìwọ tó lọ́pọlọ gbogbo yín tẹ́ ẹ̀ lọ́gbọ́n yìí. something and you respond to the person and instead ṣe bí babaláwo tó fún yín ní ṣínkì nínú ọpọlọ ìjà tó ní òun ló ń dà yín láàmú ìwọ ló kọ̀ tí fún kọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ kẹ̀tẹ̀ pé plan kìíní kan ní gbogbo yín náà wá lọ bí kìíní. Those kids who want to be relevant on social media, they are saying, look, you are kids, can pay 10,000. Best
the last man standing.
Exist. Exist. African TV, Mr. Woman, you're not sorrow. You're not sorrow. Abito ba jẹ kókó bàbá nìkan ni òní ń wẹ́.
Bàbá ọlọ́ba náà wọ́n fẹ́ wọn.
Alákìsà ń jóló. Àjọ tó wọ̀ wá bàbá àjọ tí mo rí ọlọ́run ọba mi lè fi nulẹ̀ sínú.
Gúrẹ́sì. Ìrì àdéhùn wọ́n ti jà.
Wọ́n jà wọ́n sì wà pọ̀.
Gúrẹ́sì ló parí ẹ̀. Wọ́n ti máa parí ẹ̀ wọ́n jà gbogbo Áfíríkà kòkòkò.
Wọ́n mọ̀ pé ọlọ́tẹ̀ máa ń tètè parí ìjà, ọ̀tẹ̀ máa ń tètè pa wọ́n pọ̀. Wọ́n jọ wà lóko ẹ̀ lórí àwọn ilé yà sá.
Ṣé ẹ fẹ́ grant lady kí ló kọ Eris ẹ fẹ́ grant ẹ ní debate ní àbúgbà wọn?
Ẹ jọ grant ẹ debate
You have to grant her debate because I think she's not your match.
Ìyẹn kẹ̀ ìjọ máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ bí kinní yẹn. Kẹ́kẹ́lẹ̀ wù ní. Wọ́n ládùn ni.
For you to grant her any debate because I think I heard her saying that she wanted you to come and defend something.
Ìyẹn kẹ̀ kí wọ́n fẹ́ defend lọ́dọ̀ wèrè. Kí wọ́n fẹ́ defend iwájú wèrè. Ó ń wá relevance ni. Ó máa jẹ́ mọ̀ pé platform yẹn wèrè òṣìṣẹ́ l'Amẹ́ríkà. Ó ń tọrọ jẹ ní. Ó fẹ́ gádà traffic sórí platform ẹ̀ kó lè rí coins kó lè rówó gba owó oúnjẹ ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí kó lè gbà.
Àwọn kéékèèké tó ń pè ní yes ma all those things.
Ó jù wọn lọ bẹ̀ ó kàn dàgbà ní kó dánú. Sẹ́wọ̀n bá gbàlagbà wá àgbàyà wá àgbàyà lòun àgbà òṣì àgbà àjẹ́ òun ni. Àwọn tó agbowó lọ́wọ́ àwọn kan lóhùn náwó.
Ọ̀rẹ́ ó ní papa knack daughter. Try láti ṣubú.
Ó ń try láti sọ pé bàbá òun ló dòun lóyún.
Ó ní papa knack.
Ó ní bàbá òun ló dòun lóyún. Ó ní bàbá òun lòun bímọ fún. Orí ẹ̀ ló ń ṣe sápò Naija. Ọlọ́dún sọ nìyẹn.
Bàbá ló fún lóyún kó tó kó Naija. Èrí sítáyé ẹ̀ ti bàjẹ́. Bàbá ọlọ́ba ní kó fi kéèsì ọmọ òun sílẹ̀. Ṣé dandan ni? Àti ẹni tó jẹ kókó arúgbó náà, àwọn olóṣù àwọn lórí burúkú.
Ìyẹn wá ń sọ kọ́tọ̀kọ̀tọ̀. Ó ń sọ kọ́tọ̀kọ̀tọ̀.
Bàbá tó wọ̀.
Ìyẹn orí ìyẹn ò tiẹ̀ pé obìnrin tí wọ́n lé kúrò l'Amẹ́ríkà. Ó dé dáadáa ló di pásítọ̀ ó tún kó gbogbo wọn jẹ wọ́n tún lè dànù ó lọ sáré gba London wọ́n tún lé gbèrè dànù ó lọ Belgium ló ó ń yọ wọlé Belgium ni ó ń yọ kiri ilé ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ ló ń sùn Belgium olórí burúkú wa sọ̀rọ̀ orí òkú.
Straight bullet.
Ọ̀tá ń bẹ̀yẹn ló ní ojúlé méjì kan sí tí ò parí. Ìgbà tá a máa ń ṣe meeting African TV kìíní yẹn. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ náà ó taṣọ sí cotton báyìí ní aṣọ àǹkárá ló ta sí cotton. Ẹ béèrè lọ́wọ́ àwọn Mọ́mídé Tọ́lá lè jẹ́rìí sí. Àǹkárá ló ta sí cotton. Àǹkárá ìyàwó ẹ̀ máa rójọ máa yà báyìí ní òrìrú ẹ̀. Ó máa rójọ máa yà bí ìyàwó ẹ̀ ó máa rójọ máa yà bí.
Ní èèyàn tó fẹ́ fún 150 million.
Ìyẹn kẹ̀ ẹ wo ó bá rí 50,000 gan ẹ ṣe lóore ni. Tẹ bá tó ti jẹ tó kù bàbá. Ọlọ́run ẹlẹ́wọ̀n tó ti wọlé 25 years kan tó sílẹ̀ kò lè jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Ó lè fẹ́ wá jà náà ni òṣìṣẹ́ fi ilẹ̀ ló fẹ́ fẹ́ ké sílẹ̀ ó lè ṣù.
Ó dẹ̀ dúró ṣóòṣì kù.
Láàrin kókó ó lè
ṣóṣìkù bàbá ló wà ó ní kọ́mọkọ́ lọ bá ń dà yòókù wà.
Àwọn kò mọ̀ṣẹ́ ní lárí kókó.
Ọlọ́run mi tí má fi parọ́ mọ́ kíyà jẹ mí ọmọ yẹn tún lọ ọlọ gbé yòókù wà nínú plate tí bàbá yẹn dé nǹkan tí bàbá yìí fẹ́ jẹ ẹ̀ńdọ́mọ̀ ẹ̀kú tó sáré lọ́sọ̀rọ̀ tó kàn dín kókò.
Kókó yẹn ó sì máa ń dùn bàbá dọ̀lọ́ lọ́la pé ọjà lọ gbé kókó àwọn.
Bàbá yẹn ò jẹun
ọláìní tí
kókò dídín láàrin dẹ̀ débẹ̀ ó dẹ̀ lẹ́yìn tó ti mú tírọ́fìkì méjì bàbá yìí ló tún ra o bàbá yìí ló ra o dẹ̀ ló dé láti ìlú òyìnbó tí ìlú òyìnbó bá sọ ẹ̀ o dẹ̀ gbábúlé yín lọ.
Kókó dídí dùn gan èmi gan láìkí ẹ.
Aláìkó jẹ́ kí bàbá jẹun jẹ
mo máa ń ọ̀dà ẹ̀ láti Nàìjíríà ó dùn gan.
Ẹ máa fi epo ṣé epo pupa lẹ máa fi ń dín kókò yẹn.
Òróró ló máa ń lò ó máa ń fàìn gan.
Ẹ lo epo kẹ fi dín kókò yẹn ládùúgbò wa ìyá kan wà nísàlẹ̀ máa sìn bẹ́ẹ̀ ìyá kóòm àwọn náà.
Ọ̀rẹ́ máa fi ojú kókò.
Ẹ máa jẹ kókò ní
ẹ lè fi fo dídùndùn ni ẹ lè fi tíṣu onídùndùn epo.
Àwọn máa fi epo dídùndùn náà kọ́ tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí fi òróró dín ṣèbí gbóná fi ń dín.
Mi ò mọ̀ yẹn o. Máa.
Ok, mo ti rí Kàrímọ́ bíbá ní lánàá lórí show Kàrímọ́ ó sọ wípé ó call attention bàbá pé kó pay attention sí ìkankan lọ lórí album ó dà pé sọ pé album Mohbad pé kó pay attention sí pé the value of the album is worth over $1 million. Okay, it's millions of dollars. We can't pay attention. So, me so we can discuss it. Me by you, Jema discuss it. Try. Check book and note. Can you key among committee? Yeah, come on, my check book. A job.
Okay, ma.
$1 billion new, which a million. They wanted to buy it over $500 million. $1 billion. Oh my God. That's millions of dollars. Over. Wow. So I note here. Yeah. I note, Grace, I note a case of our.
Hello.
Nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé wọ́n pe àwọn ènìyàn wọ́n pè wọ́n fẹ́ rà á ṣòye so wọ́n wá negotiate owó tó negotiate is around 570 500 is $700 plus
$1 million.
Lọ́ọ̀yà mọ̀ ń pa ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ̀ ń pa ẹ̀ àṣànà náà mọ̀ ń pa ẹ̀ catalog yàrá yes kọjá bọ̀. Sorry, catalog. We can talk about that later, please. Me, if I can show you talk about that. So, our committee has gone by.
Torí pé kì í ṣe iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ wọn ni wọ́n ṣe lè negotiate irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀. Oúnjẹ jẹ́ ọwọ́ wọn.
Ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ẹ̀jọ̀ tọrọ náà ìfilẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. Kàrímọ́ ṣe gan gidi ni, thank you so much.
Oh, sister mi always my.
Àwọn fírọ́pù ni Kàrímọ́.
My favorite Ọlọ́run
fírọ́pù ni.
Ọlọ́run ẹ wo kọ́lọ́wọ́ àjọ Ọlọ́run kì í ṣe nǹkan ẹ̀ kó má fààyè ọpẹ́ lẹ̀ yóò bá sínú Kàrímọ́ yìí ṣe mọ̀ pé àìdí lè já sí gbangba dáadáa dó a sì máa já sí gbangba o bẹ̀rẹ̀ àìdí lè já sí gbangba bá.
Ọpẹ́lọpẹ́.
Ẹjọ́ bá tó nídìí ìbàjẹ́ Ọlọ́run náà lè lajú kí nǹkan ẹ̀ bàjẹ́ kò ní bàjẹ́ lágbára Ọlọ́run ó máa dùn sí i.
Ojú ti ń lẹ̀pọ̀ ọmọ ìlú dádì lókà àbágórẹ̀górẹ̀ ẹ̀jọba mi ṣọ́ọ̀tì lẹ́sìn. Ìyá ọ̀rọ̀ ẹjọ́ ẹ̀rí mi kẹ́tọ́ lọ please. Okay, my chat is mommy. Mo ṣàmọ̀ pé ó yẹ kẹ́ sẹ́ndì àwọn samples iṣẹ́ yẹn fún mi please too. Àwọn check petition àti fìlà àti kankan báwọn yẹn náà. Please give me sample.
Olawa.
Ọ̀rọ̀ ajé máa dé ẹ̀mí.
Okay, mo rò wọ́n ní kẹ́rin wọn. Èmi náà mo fẹ́ ṣílẹ̀kùn yàrá the music ni pé kémi náà wọlé ó yá kí n rí yín.
Please, power.
Ẹ ṣe gan ni ó dára.
Ó dára everybody. Ẹ ṣe gan.
Ẹ kú bẹ̀rù àṣọjẹ́.
Yeye bọ́lá ń ṣàánú. Ọmọ ilé máa gba justice o. Wọ́n máa gba justice.
Ẹ wo Gúrẹ́sì. Mr. Gúrẹ́sì. Ẹ wo picture tó wà lórí kíní ibi lókà yẹn. Ẹ wo àwọn méjì tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Ẹ wo àwọn méjì tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Ṣé wọ́n ní the DNA? Father and son lẹ́wọ̀ yẹn.
Lọ́kà kí lẹ̀ ń sọ? Kí ni picture tẹ̀ ń sọ sí? Àkókò picture. Mi ò understand wọn náà, mo ṣe sọ pé lọ́kà kí lẹ̀ àbí wọ́n ti rí vision bẹ́ẹ̀ ní. Music picture náà dàbí wọn gbé síta music. Because Sunday ní ká wo picture táwọn ò bẹ̀ yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ rí pé picture yẹn I don't know.
Ó lè já wọn ló wà
ní. Father and son.
James Aluka ṣì kámẹ́rà nìyà.
Power tap.
Ní ìdíkà ní kí ló ti pè mí. I have some pictures on my whatever.
Ẹ ṣe jẹ́ ká wọ̀. Ṣé ọyọ whatever yẹn ṣe tọ̀dọ̀ yín lẹ̀ ń sọ ni your picture ni your picture lẹ̀ ń sọ ni àbí tó wà lórí music pivot.
Ẹ wo èyí tó wà lórí ibi icon lókà yẹn.
Local tọ̀dọ̀ yín lẹ̀ ń sọ local picture yín lẹ̀ ń sọ. Okay, the money can come with it, then it come with the music. Mi ò rí clearly pé mo ṣàrí pé picture méjì ló wà lọ́dọ̀ yín local.
Ẹ rí pé ọmọ there's a little boy and dad.
Then kí the music kó bá wa gbé sí screen bíbá ká lè rí dáadáa. Kó bá wa gbé sí larger one ká lè rí yín dáadáa. Kalerie got us. Okay, Tani, look out.
This is John Legend, Atomo.
Okay.
John Legend.
Okay, John Legend.
Show me the DNA.
Agége kọ́ ni John Legend ni.
John Legend American ni.
Agége kọ́ ni.
White ni.
Láíláí.
White ọ̀gbẹ̀rẹ̀ wo mú ọ̀pá yẹn bóyá gẹ́gẹ́ John Legend ní fún òní. Ṣé ó ní pé òun ní di DNA ni?
No, mo ní tẹ́ bá wo picture yẹn òun pẹ̀lú ọmọ ẹ̀ baby boy yẹn ló wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ yẹn ọmọ tó yẹ ọmọ ẹ̀. Kò tí ju tó ṣé wọ́n ní ìdí ẹ̀ dẹ̀.
Ṣẹ́rí nígbà míì, local ṣẹ́rí nígbà míì, I need to let us know something. Ọmọ jọ èèyàn mí ní pé èèyàn ló bí o.
Ẹ má wọrí bọ̀ tí ó wà 90%. 90%.
I'm only saying that because sometimes ọmọ jọyàn yóò mí ní pé yàn ló bí. You understand what I'm saying? Ẹlòmíì gan stranger ẹ máa rí stranger ní ìtẹ́ máa wò pé ẹni ìdẹ́jọ́ lágbájá. You understand what I'm saying? Tó máa jọ gan ni pé èèyàn méjì máa lọ lọ́rùn dá sáyé o. So ọmọ jọyàn yẹn yóò rí lè mí ní pé anything o. You know? So. But in most cases, tó bá jọyàn gan, you understand. So most likely, kò jẹ́ pé yes, ẹni yẹn gangan ló bí. But nísìnyí, I don't know. But wọ́n jọra ná, ọmọ yẹn ó jọra ná, ó jọ pé nǹkan tí mo wò ìfẹ́ àwọn picture méjèèjì ni wọ́n jọra gan.
Ọmọ ènìyàn ọmọ ẹ̀ ló wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ rẹ̀.
Ó jọra ná. Lórí picture tẹ́ ẹ sọ yìí, ìgbà tí mo tún ọlọ́dáríjì mi, ìgbà tí mo tún wá wo picture ọmọ yìí náà ló máa ń gbé kíní ọmọ yẹn jáde. Ìgbà tí mo wo ibi tọ́mọ yẹn wà. Níbi lè fún ọmọ yẹn tó fẹ́ jọ Naira Marley ṣá.
Ọmọdé yìí.
Kí lẹ wí?
Naira Marley kò look handsome báyìí, no way.
Eléyìí kọ́ ni mò ń sọ tètè get me. Ó dà pé the music ti get me ló ṣe fẹ̀rẹ̀ sí.
Ọmọ ti bí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Ọmọ ti bí ni mò ń sọ náà ọmọ yẹn. Ọmọ ti bí yẹn.
Ìyẹn kan jẹ́
ọmọ tí mo jọrọ̀. Husband of my youth.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo jèrè.
Ṣẹ́rí màmá tó bí ọmọdé yìí, ọmọdé lẹ́jẹ̀ ní òní.
Mo jọrọ̀ ni mò ń sọ, mo fẹ́ jọrọ̀.
Ọmọ náà tiẹ̀ tó wá jọ kúrò.
Ṣẹ́rí ọmọ yẹn, ìgbà tí mo wo ọmọ yẹn, ó di mo kọ̀ bí tí nínú fídíò tí mo ti ń wò níbi ní gbé mo tún rí ojú kílọ̀sì pé lójú ẹ̀, mo rí ojú Naira Marley, ojú tí mo fẹ́ rí lójú ọmọ yẹn á fẹ́ tó mẹ́ta, mo rí ẹgbà mi, Ọlọ́run dáríjì mi.
Àní gùrẹ́sì lọmọ yẹn tó ń jọ ń sìn. Gùrẹ́sì kẹ̀.
Ǹjẹ́ tó
Eric ṣe wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ ní gùrẹ́sì kẹ̀.
Àdúrà dẹ̀ jọ bàbá ẹ̀ o.
Ọmọ wọlé ló
Àdúrà jọ bàbá ẹ̀ gan.
Àdúrà ló jọ bàbá yìí o.
Exactly. Mo ń wọlé nígbà tí music gbé sórí bíbá. Mo ní bọ̀bọ̀ yìí jọ bàbá ẹ̀ gan o.
Bóyá yẹn lọ ṣe rẹ.
Ìwà àdúrà àdẹ̀jẹ́ rí bàbá òwe ti kọ́ ọmọ yọ̀lẹ̀, àdúrà yọ̀lẹ̀.
Ojú ẹ̀ look like that. Tí o bá yọ̀lẹ̀ ni Mr. Guresi, ó ti yẹ kó ti máa bá búrọ́ ẹ̀ kọrin náà. Ó ti yẹ kó ti máa rí lórí stage tó ń bọ̀ màmá.
Local. Ẹ jẹ́ kí nǹkan tó kù sí nǹkan tí ẹ̀yin pẹ̀lú Guresi sọ.
Nǹkan tó túbọ̀ bọ́ǹdì bàbá pẹ̀lú Mohbad pọ̀ nìyẹn. Mohbad was a workaholic.
Ìgbà tá a burú ẹ̀
ó ti ṣiṣẹ́. Kò síṣẹ́ tí Mohbad ò lè ṣe.
Ó tẹ́lọ̀ àdúrà pàápàá because tí kò bá kì í ṣọ̀lẹ ni. Ìlú tó ti gbé pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ní ẹ̀kọ́ bá lọ. Ó yẹ kó ti máa wọ stage pẹ̀lú ẹ̀, ó yẹ kó ti good kó ti wà pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ gan rẹpẹtẹ. Irọ́ ni ẹ̀yin ló àárín wọn.
Exactly. Ó yẹ kó máa ta bíọ́bíọ́ lórí stage.
Local ẹjẹ sọ ọkàn ṣárí belief ti tèmi from my own point of view kò sọmọ tó yọlẹ you understand ṣárí ó depend kí lọmọ yẹn like láti ṣe kí ni passion lọmọ yẹn just like obìnrin kan wá síbi bá lára wa náà ni you understand.
kí ni statement yẹn ní kò sọmọ tó yọlẹ.
Local kò sọmọ tó yọlẹ you understand kò sọmọ tó yọlẹ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé listen to this please nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀.
ọmọ mi 30 years old ní bóyá ọ̀lẹ́ bàjẹ́ Nintendo ló máa ń play all day.
Nintendo tó ń play yẹn Nintendo ẹ máa gbọ́ mi ẹjọ́ Nintendo tó ń play yẹn you understand Nintendo tó ń play yẹn bó ṣe jẹ́ pé Nintendo ló ń play all day yẹn tó bá gbé nǹkan tó similar tó lè fi máa ṣiṣẹ́ tó jẹ́ pé iṣẹ́ ni Nintendo yẹn ẹ máa gbọ́ ẹjọ́. Nintendo yẹn in tó máa tó ń jẹ́ iṣẹ́ in form of that Nintendo tó máa fẹ́ ṣòwò tó bá gbé fún nǹkan tó máa ṣe nìyẹn ẹni pé kò yọlẹ̀ you understand nǹkan tó like láti ṣe ṣẹ́rí tó lúkálukú like láti ṣe yàtọ̀tọ̀ you understand what I'm saying you understand bó ṣe wà yẹn.
Mọ́mí ẹ má jọ sí mọ́mí pé ní báyìí.
òyìnbó lẹ́yìn ní ìwò yẹn ẹ mọ̀ tí ó ìbọ̀dí ẹni sùúrù lóga òyìnbó lẹ́yìn.
ó ní nǹkan tí yan passion kí ni passion ẹ̀ ṣẹ́rí ọ̀kí fọ́ọ̀nù kí ni passion ọmọ ẹ kò máa wò pé ọmọ yìí kó lọ ṣe léyìí kó lọ ṣe títọ̀ mú no kí lọmọ yẹn like láti ṣe kí ló fi love láti ṣe.
ẹni sùúrù ọ̀lẹ́ wà dáadáa ọmọ lè yọ̀lẹ́ traditional Yorùbá ẹ̀hódọ̀ ẹjọ́ traditional Yorùbá culture iṣẹ́ oko ni Yorùbá máa ń ṣe tí ẹ bá bí ọmọ tí ò bá lè tẹ̀lé yín lóko kẹrin bá tiẹ̀ ọ̀lẹ ni iṣẹ́ oko ni bàbá tó ń ṣe kápẹ́ńtà tí ọmọ ọkùnrin àkọ́kọ́ tó ń tẹ̀lé tó ẹgbẹ́ yes kó tó jí kí bàbá tó jí gan ọmọ ti jí ó ti torí iṣẹ́ pé káwọn máa lọ ó dẹ̀ ń ṣe nǹkan tó túmọ̀ ṣe by the side tó bá dé now ìkan wá wà tó jẹ́ pé yes nítorí pé ẹjọ́ máa lọ ibì kan ó máa sá kúrò lé ní rí ó lè lọ sùn sábẹ́ step kan àbí kó lọ sùn sí uncompleted building kan lórí pé kò fẹ́ tẹ̀lé yín lọ sí oorun àtóúnjẹ.
gírẹ́sì yẹn lè wá consider sí ọ̀lẹ kó yọ̀lẹ̀ náà kó yọ̀lẹ̀ o ṣọtì ẹyin yàn mí nípa ọmọ yẹn kó yọ̀lẹ̀ náà ṣọtì ẹyin tí ò bá tẹ̀lé yín lọ sírú iṣẹ́ tẹ̀ ń ṣe èyàn mí nípa yọ̀lẹ̀ ọdún ẹ̀kọ́ yẹn kò ṣẹkọ tó ní ìṣòro nìyẹn kò ṣẹkọ tó wọ́n nìyẹn you understand.
oorun ni kó máa sùn.
jọmọ pé ńgbà tí wọn yẹ bá sùn tẹbá ní ṣọ́ọ̀rù lọ́nà ẹ̀ gírẹ́sì if ask pé ṣọ́ọ̀rù lọ́nà ẹ̀ oorun yẹn náà lè fẹsẹ̀ lówó you understand. wọ́n ní kíní fún kò sí kan tí wọ́n ní fún gbogbo iṣẹ́ láyé yìí.
ọlọ́run lè fẹsẹ̀ níṣẹ́ ilé tí ìdókòwò máa ti fowó ẹ fọ̀rọ̀ wọn ní
wọ́n lè lọ máa ṣe clinical study náà kó máa fún lówó. Yes. Okay. Ọdún lè fẹsẹ̀ lówó you understand. Ẹ̀yin lẹ̀ wo level site yẹn ni kò yẹ yín kò sọ́mọ kọ́kọ́ tó useless láyé yìí kò sọ́mọ tó yọ̀lẹ̀. Kí ni passion ẹ̀ kí ló love láti ṣe? Kí ẹ máa sọ ìyẹn ló fi jẹ́ pé lamẹ́ríkà àwọn ọmọ kéékèèké yẹn wọ́n máa kó wọn sínú kínní tó bá wà ní school bó ṣe wà ní school yẹn wọ́n máa sọ fún àwọn teachers wọn you understand wọ́n máa study behaviour wọn gbogbo behaviour kínní wọn yẹn kọ́ máa kọ́ síbì kan kí ló like láti ṣe gangan kí ni nǹkan tó rí pé ọmọ yìí good kí ló ló ṣe jù.
ṣé ìyẹn lẹ wá ń relate mọ́
ìyẹn lamẹ́ríkà kọ́ ẹ ṣe sọ yẹn o gbogbo ọmọ kọ́ ló fẹ́ ṣe é ní tẹ bá lọ sí school tẹ bá rí the miss pẹ̀lú wọn ẹ rí àwọn ilé tó lazy nínú wọn àwọn teacher wọn máa point ní fún wọn ẹ wọ́n ní sáà ẹ gbàgbé ìwé èèyàn ń ṣe kankan èèyàn tí ìdébí kankan èèyàn sì kéré èèyàn lè ní ọ̀nà tí àwọn òbí yẹn ti ń fún wa ní nǹkan tá a máa jẹ nìyẹn àdẹ lè participate àwọn tí ń ṣòpọ̀ lẹ́nìyẹn lèèyàn láti lẹ́nìyẹn náà ìyẹn ò mí pé nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe lè jẹ́ nǹkan míì tó bá grow but kò ń ṣe ìnáwó ètò yẹn pé àwọn parents wọn máa fi ń wò wá wọ́n ṣe nǹkan I participate I help and everything so ìyẹn Mohbad tó wọ́n participate nínú ìwọ̀nba nǹkan tí bàbá ẹ̀ ṣe yẹ ìjọ mi ìgbé kápẹ́ntà ni kó jẹ́ kápẹ́ntà náà àdéhùn òdìdè ó gbọ̀n nù nǹkan tó fẹ́ lọ dà.
ọmọ tí ò kí ń clean room ẹ kò kí ń gbé trash jáde ó lazy bàjẹ́.
laziness nìyẹn ní ẹ máa pè pé kó wá clean yàrá ẹ báyẹn máa ṣe ló máa pọ̀ fún òun ló lè gbé tí wọ́n.
màmá ẹ̀ ló máa gbé trash jáde màmá ẹ̀ ló tún máa lọ máa bá clean room ẹ̀. oh no àwọn ọmọ tó lazy pọ̀.
mo ní ẹ̀gbọ́n kan tó máa ń ṣe kankan fọ́mọ ẹ̀ ọmọ ẹ̀ lazy mo lè túnú yàrá ẹ̀ ṣe ẹ̀gbọ́n mi yẹn ìkan tọmọ tó ṣe ni pé tọmọ ẹ̀ bá ti jẹun bá ti kó sínú sink àǹtí mi àárẹ̀ ó máa kó abọ́ yẹn ó máa lọ kó sórí bẹ́ẹ̀dì kó tó dé láti school. Money eléyìí ti pọ̀ jù náà ó ní ààrẹ ó ní kí n jọjọjọ àwọn onímọ̀ pọ̀ jù.
Kò pọ̀ jù o ṣùgbọ́n ìgbà tó bá ti jẹ́ pé kókò dé kó rìláàsì sórí bẹ́ẹ̀dì ni kó mà ní ó dẹ̀ fẹ́ jẹun ó mú oúnjẹ jẹ ó mọ bó ṣe máa sọ abọ́ sínú síǹkì tó máa gba yàrá ẹ̀ lọ́jọ́kù tó máa dúró de bó ṣe ká play game ẹ gbàgbé ó kú tó máa dúró sí kó wà táwọn ẹ̀kọ́ jẹ máa ń
a kò nínú síǹkì ó máa kó lọ sórí bẹ́ẹ̀dì ẹ̀ kó tó dé. Ẹ̀sán kérésì.
Wọ́n ní kékeré lèyàn ti máa ń sàn ìmọ̀ gbígbẹ́ àti kékeré làwọn olùwà tí wọ́n máa ń sàn ìmọ̀ gbígbẹ́. Ìyẹn omi ni pé wọ́n àdìsí not ìlítù tí wọ́n ṣe fún wa nígbà yẹn tó fi ń tẹ̀lé wa. We are enjoying it today even though ó look like abuse àwa náà mọ bí ta ti ń sọ pé inú àwọn parents wọn wọ́n try. Àwọn eléyìí tí wọ́n lè fọwọ́ kàn bí iṣẹ́ àrí bí wọ́n ṣe rí ni.
Mo ló sọ fún mi sísà mi sọ fún mi pé ó ní àtìgbà tó ti ṣerú kan báyẹn ó ní wọn bìrì kó fa bọ́ tó bá fi jẹun lẹ̀. Wọ́n lọ sọ fáwọn ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀ my mom is crazy. My mom is crazy.
Oh my God. Nǹkan tó wá sọ náà nìyẹn.
No dear my mom is crazy.
Ọmọ 13 years old tó ń sanwó fáwọn ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀ pé kọ́ lọ bá òun ra nǹkan wá ní store.
Imagine.
Because kò lè rìn lọ sí neighborhood store.
A convenient store.
Ọ̀lẹ́ ọmọ wà dáadáa.
Tẹ́lá ti sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ o, bọ́tí mi ò gbà bẹ́ẹ̀ o, mi ò gbà pé ọmọ kan yọ̀lẹ̀ o. Mi ò gbà pé ọmọ kankan yọ̀lẹ̀ kò sí. Ó depend lé àwọn èèyàn tí ọmọ yẹn bá wà lára ǹdẹ̀.
Nǹkan tẹ̀ lè sọ tí mo lè gbà ní pé kẹ́ ẹ sọ pé kò sọmọ tó useless.
Òun náà ni useless is not the same
thing. Ọ̀lẹ́ yàtọ̀ sí bí ọ̀lẹ́wà.
My G, how you doing?
Bro,
what's good? I am doing good.
Àwọn tó bá tọ́lọ̀ bá gbà fún wọ́n máa feel like they are above everybody. And to opinion anybody will count more. Their own opinion must be final. That is what played in that interview with the last guy that spoke with him. Because to play in and that is what is playing right now in Mohbad's case too. Because they believe wípé Mohbad ò léyàn. Nǹkan wọ́n ti tẹ́mi kàn fẹ́ sọ lórí ẹni wípé though he came out to defend his partner, which is not bad, but at the same time ó jẹ́ ká understand wípé Ìyábọ̀ later find out the truth what really happened to Mohbad.
Kò dẹ̀ sọ fún wa.
Then kò dẹ̀ padà bọ́ tàwa sọ okay as abiyamọ an activist tó pera ẹ̀ and you truly want justice for this boy. Initially ó mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ but later you got to know what really happened to that guy. Ìwọ tó wá ń jà fún tó fún justice.
Ìyábọ̀ mọ̀ originally pé but later ó find out.
Okay, no ẹ̀kọ́ tó pẹ́ máa sọ náà nìyẹn tó wá padà wá gẹ̀ẹ́tì yẹn why tí kò wá padà bọ́ síta pé this is what really happened inú ilé ni Mohbad kú sí o kí ló jẹ́ tó wá jẹ́ pé after close to a year kọ́ ló ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn pé tí CCTV bá ń ṣiṣẹ́ ìta ni kò ṣiṣẹ́ staircase kò ṣiṣẹ́ sitting room kò dẹ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ yàrá inú yàrá dẹ̀ ni Mohbad kú fún so that means indirectly she kò plan àti sọ mistakenly ló jábọ́ lẹ́nu ẹ̀ yes indirectly she was trying to tell us pé okay ká sọ pé ìjà ṣẹlẹ̀ ní sitting room wọ́n jà ní